Right from the top, all-star replacements have been made. As you guys know, Joel Embiid, he's having knee surgery. Julius Randle, his shoulder is in shambles. And so as of right now, Scottie Barnes and Trae Young have been selected to replace those two. Were those the right replacements? Or did the NBA miss yet again? Mars, I'm going to start with you.
No, they got it right. No, I don't think there was anyone else who. I mean, I know Chill's gonna say who he thinks it should have been, but for me, I said it before they announced it. It was gonna be Trae Young and Scottie Barnes. So, yeah, I think they got it right. I think both of them should have made it before there was injury replacements. So, I think they just made up for their mistake. I guess that's where I'm at with it because they're both all stars to me.
Who do you think they should have made it over?
Scottie Barnes should have made it over Paolo, and Trae Young should have made it over Tyrese Maxey.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Chill?
I'm good with. Did I lose him? Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
anyway,
you good.
I'm sorry. As I was saying, I'm good with Trae Young. I don't like the fact that he was a replacement. Ron, over the last 5 years, he's been 27-10. Before this All-Star team, he only made the All-Star team one time. These are how many guys have averaged 27-10 and not made the All-Star team over the last 4 years. These many guys right here. He's the only one. And the fact that he didn't make the All-Star team was amazing to me. And the fact that we got 5 lead guards on the All-Star team. Halliburton, Dame in the East. Halliburton, Dame, Maxey, Trae Young, and Brunson. The fact that Trae Young has done everything that he's done, he's not an all-star, I think that's amazing to me. Mars and I have already had this conversation. I think Jared Allen is an all-star. The fact that he's 18-13 since Darius Garland went out the lineup, I think they're the number 2 seed in the East. I think Jared Allen could possibly be an all-league defender this year too, and on top of being an all-star, which I thought he was going to be. But the question I have, Mars, is Brunson got hurt yesterday, so is he going to play in the all-star game? And if he doesn't, who's going to replace him? That's the $1 million question.
Not Jared Allen, man. We're not getting Jared Allen in the All-Star game, man. We found someone else.
So, but hold on. Do we know what happened to Jalen?
Yeah, he rolled his ankle yesterday against Memphis. He rolled his ankle. But when I think about Scottie Barnes, he's got almost 20 double-doubles this year. One of the better scoring small forwards in the game. I don't have a problem. Mars and I had this conversation when we were talking about the reserves. I don't have a problem. I didn't have a problem with Scottie Barnes being named as an all-star. He's one of the biggest pieces that they're trying to build around in Toronto. But I just thought Jared Allen was an all-star this year. I did. I thought Jared Allen was an all-star, and I'm surprised that he didn't make it.
Mars, if it is another all-star to be replaced, who do you think it should be? You said no Scottie Barnes. He's packed up.
Porzingis, Jimmy Butler, maybe Pascal. One of those 3, probably. That's where I'm at with it. Hello, Ox.
What up, Marsh?
How you doing?
Big Ox, what up? What up, Big Ox?
Yeah, no Jared Allen. Nah.
See, Mars just a hater. I'm not gonna say hater because I don't like that word. But I'm just saying, man. I mean, for everything think about the bigs that got the bigs that got selected in the East. Bam. Let's see. Joel Embiid is out. Julius Randle is out. Let's see. Bam is in. Giannis is in. Who's the other bigs? Paolo is in.
Yeah.
Who Mars thinks should be off anyway. He thinks that Scottie Barnes should have made it over him anyway. So what other bigs? What other bigs? I can get with Bam. Bam's a 20-10 guy. He's definitely one of the better bigs in the game right now. I could definitely get with Bam. But what other big goes ahead of Jared Allen this season? I don't mean
Porzingis, man. Porzingis.
Not over 18. Not over 18 and 13, and Porzingis been in and out the lineup. Nah.
Nah. Jarrett Allen missed like the first 5 games of the season, so he been in and out of the lineup too.
The first 5 games. So Big Ox, I missed the first 3 days of school, so now I can't make the honor roll. Is what you saying? Is that what's going on?
Hey man, he been in and out too. I don't know, man. Nah, Porzingis all-star to me. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm leaning towards Jimmy Butler. I think Jimmy should have been in this. His numbers are just as good as Scottie Barnes, if not better. And then the biggest thing is I'm not mad at it. I think Scottie deserves to be here, and I think it's good for the league to push Scottie. But Jimmy Butler's team is the 7th seed, and the Raptors are the.
Ron, whenever I hear that push thing, it bothers me a bit. It's because it sounds like you're doing something unnecessary. I'm forcing this dude in front of you. Like Scottie Barnes is one of the better young players in the league. I don't know if the league is pushing him more than they putting him on display. Like, yo, this is the future of our league right here. Because when I think about pushing guys, I think about pushing guys to the front who aren't really worthy of being that. Like you shoving this dude in everybody's face to show you that this is what the future of the league is. When in reality, it should be this guy. So I don't know if the league is pushing Scottie Barnes more than they're just displaying him. And Toronto was one of those cities where I think that's good for the league when Toronto was good.
Yeah.
Nah, definitely. And I think it's a little bit of both, Chill. I still think Jimmy's better than Scottie today. And I think he's more deserving of it. But once again, I'm not discrediting Scottie. I love everything that Scottie's done. I'm actually one of Scottie's biggest advocates. Like I think Scottie's dope like that. But it's just when you break everything down, I think Jimmy's had a better year. And on top of that, they've won more. Only thing you could say is kind of just what you just said. If you miss some games, or if you miss class, you don't make the honor roll. Jimmy's played 36 games. Scottie's played 50.
Right. That's the difference. That's the difference.
Yo,
right
Big
there.
Ox, I want to hear how you feel about Trae Young and Scottie Barnes being all-star replacements. And also, do you think that these two should have been replaced by anybody else?
I can see no, that's about right. I'm cool with Scottie and Trae. But this is my thing. Like Scottie should play. Trae should give him the middle finger and go on vacation.
I ain't going. I'm not coming.
You know what? That's just my thing. Like if you clearly snub for the All-Star game, like Trae Young, De'Aaron, or DeMontis, if they be like, oh, this person's hurt, come play. No, I'm cool. But if you were like Scottie, who shouldn't have been an All-Star at the beginning, you know, he shouldn't have been an All-Star. Right. But now you're a replacement. That's fine. Go ahead. Go represent for your team. Go do your thing, Scottie. But nah, Trae need to just go ahead and go on vacation. Like, nah, you know how pissed I'll be if I'm Trae Young, like just to not be in an All-Star game from the first get-go. Like now you want me to come replace who? Who's it replacing? Who is it? Julius and who? Julius. Nah, man. Tell Joel to get up there with that bum knee. He could. I'm cool. I'm good, but I'll be tight, bro. Like that's crazy for Trae not to be an All-Star from the first get-go is ridiculous. So
y'all
don't deserve it.
And they have 5 of them. We got 5 point guards in the East. 5 point
better
guards
from you, Ox.
Nah. SB. That's like that chick. That's like that chick that I done everything for. I took care of her. You know what I'm saying? I did some supreme tricking, paid light bills, phone bills, car notes. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't getting no action. And then the day that the dude that treats her bad, he's not available. And then she want to call me. Nah.
Hello to you too, Mars.
Lose my number, SB.
Hello
to my number.
Hello to you too, Mars. And chat, I miss you guys too.
Click.
Mars, this is ridiculous. Mars, see what I'm talking about?
I didn't even say anything.
See what I'm talking about, Mars? You're influenced.
I didn't even say anything. I didn't even say anything.
Hey, SB, this is a term of endearment, yo.
No, I love it. I appreciate it.
I'm talking about put the phone back on the receiver.
Click.
I ain't even saying nothing.
But I will tell you this, Ox. Before I hang the phone up on you, I'm definitely gonna cuss you out. You getting cussed out
real good.
I'm definitely gonna cuss you out before I hang the phone up on you. You got some motherfucking nerve calling me after all this time, after every motherfucking thing I did for you, and you gonna call me because this dude right here done dumped you. Bang,
I expect better. OG, we did talk about this. I expect better from you. Actually, I especially expect better from you because of how Sabonis got robbed. because Sabonis got robbed from an all-star spot, and the same argument they're trying to push for Trae being there. Dudes, does winning matter at some point to y'all? So we just
it does. It does matter to me.
So why are you arguing for a guy that's barely in the play-in spot?
Well, no, this my thing. This my thing.
Another all-star on his team.
Well,
who you
my point.
Trae Young being.
Well, my point is this. I'm not saying that if you're a low seed that you shouldn't be an all-star. I'm just saying low seeded teams shouldn't have multiple all-stars.
Okay, my question is this though. We could get to the Sabonis thing because Sabonis definitely got robbed. Mm-hmm. Who are you taking out for Trae Young to be there?
Could have been. Who was there? It's either Dame or Tyrese Maxey.
No, because the reason why Tyrese Maxey is not getting put out because they got rid of James Harden, who was an all-star. He got put in a position where now you have to step up and show who you are and play like an all-star caliber player, and he did. With him being replaced, with James Harden being replaced, he stepped up. So no, I'm not taking Tyrese Maxey.
I've been playing like an all-star for the last 5 years,
but he playing
with
better.
nobody like that.
SB, this
with
many.
nobody.
If you
this
trade,
many SB 5 years.
If you trade a guy, right, and he was the number 2, and the guy who's the number 3, and he had to step up.
What about Dame? What about Dame, SB?
He got put in by the popularity vote. He started. You can't argue. Sorry.
Oh, he did. Okay.
You can't argue.
What he is? Then Tyrese Maxey.
Can't do it. We said
for real.
For real,
you gotta come off.
No, but no, wait, Brian. This is what I told him, and I told OG earlier. I said, "See, y'all keep falling for this same story with Trae. I'm seeing the same thing every year. High numbers and a losing effort. His stats are just like America right now. It's just inflated. It's just tax inflation with the seasons. That 27 ain't the 27 that you think it is, dog. It's not that. So
has it been tax inflated for the last? So it's been tax inflated for the last 5 years.
I mean, if you ask me, if you ask me, I say yeah, but did they say I'm a Trae Young hater? But so I ain't gonna go for it.
But so what about in the Eastern Conference Finals?
That's that 1 year.
Team there was that tax inflated?
What that was, bro?
What about
he wasn't an all-star that year, by the way.
He wasn't an all-star. He wasn't even an all-star that year.
What about the year where he gave Boston all they can handle? Was it tax inflated in that series?
Which was last year. Which was last season.
Last year?
I'm talking. Chill. I'm talking meat and potatoes basketball. We not talking about inflated and watered down regular season basketball. We talking about real hoop. We talking about the playoffs. Okay, was it tax inflated in the playoffs?
No. We talk about making an all-star game, but the whole point is this: you acting like his numbers just washing Tyrese Maxey's numbers out the water, and Tyrese Maxey is more impactful.
27 and 10. 27 and 10. Just so you know, over the last 5 games, 30 and 11. What all-star ain't who ain't 30 and who is 30 and 11? It's not an all-star.
27 all-star caliber players.
27 and 10 is not. It's hard to not care about.
When does winning matter?
27 and 10.
When does winning matter?
Big Ox, I got a question for you. When do you not care about 18 and 8? Do you not care about that on a playoff team?
By the way, what seed are you when you got 18 and 8? What seed are you?
Let's just say for the sake of argument, you 18 and 8, and you're in an 8th place team. 18 and 8 on an 8th place team. Do you not care about that?
And if it's a guy ahead of you getting 17 and 7, and he's like the 4th seed, I'm taking the guy that give you 17 and 7, and he got a high
taking
seed.
that dude, and more than likely the dude that's 17 and 7, you taking him. He on a crew with somebody that's doing super work. How many games? The point I'm making, Ox, is to care about 18, to not care about 18 and 8 on a playoff team. That means that I have to. That gets compounded by 27 and 10. SB, the dude is second in the league in distribution. Second.
They not a play off team. They a play in team.
Okay, you know how I feel about the play-in team. You know how I feel about the play-in. But I gotta accept the fact that it's here. I accept the fact that it's here. I do not dig the play-in. Sure. However, the dude is second in the first of all, the All-Star game is about fans.
Thank you.
The dude is second in the league. The dude is second in the league in assists.
Mm-hmm.
It's only Luka is the only point guard to average more. Luka and Steph are the only point guards to average more points over the last 5 years. No other point guard has averaged more points and assists over the last 5 years than Trae Young. No other point guard. And to average 27 and 10 this season, last season, year before that, and before he made the All-Star team this year, no other point guard was doing that and didn't make the All-Star team.
Okay,
that didn't happen.
If I agree with your logic, then right, I could agree with you. So say if I just say I give it an agree. So what's the excuse for Sabonis not making it then?
Hey, whoa. Two things
The
can be true.
NBA hates Sacramento. That's
Two things could absolutely be true. I think the biggest problem that we have, Mars, is when we have these debates, we lose track of the fact that two things could be true. Sabonis got jerked too. I think Sabonis is I think he lead the league in rebounding.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think he leads the league in not only does he lead the league in rebounding, I think he leads the league in doubles too on a top 5 seed out west. If that's not an all-star, I don't know what is.
But wait, I think in the last couple weeks he might have even caught Jokic for triple doubles. I know he was right behind him, and he got like three triple doubles in the last 2 weeks, I believe. So he might have caught Jokic.
And
that's not low. I'm not sure.
Right. I think I'm almost certain if he doesn't lead the league in double doubles, he's right behind Joker with that. If he doesn't,
no, he leads in double doubles. He leads in double doubles.
He does lead the league.
He definitely does.
So I lead the league. So I lead the league in double doubles. I lead the league in rebounding.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost a 20-10 guy. We're on a top 5. I'm on a top 5 seed in the West, in the Western Conference. Yet I don't make the All-Star team, and I'm almost averaging a triple double. I don't know what it is
as a center.
And that's second
as a center.
And
that's
for the
ridiculous.
record, that's as a 5-man. That's behind
That's
Joker, who's starting in the game. Joker, who is actually starting in the game. If that's not an all-star, I don't know what is. So two things could be true, SB. It's not like, Sabonis, well, there's a different reason for Sabonis. No, Sabonis should be an all-star too, 100%. But a guy that's 27-10, you can't give me legit logic how that's not an all-star. You can't.
Like you said, two things could be true. I think Sabonis has a better case of getting in than Trae Young over Maxey and Sabonis over AD though.
Because Maxey's more impactful to winning, right?
I say he's on a winning team. That's my argument.
Because Maxey's on a team with the MVP before he
the MVP who been in and out the lineup all year too.
The MVP who Maxey's 4-8 without, yeah.
But
11.
And Maxey still put up great numbers too, right? Because you love numbers.
So what happened to the impact to winning? Why is he losing without Embiid?
How many games? Who and what they played during the games? You know, you put the context of the game.
Okay.
Let's
discuss that.
And SB, while Mars is looking this up, I just want you to know.
Go ahead, look that up, Mars.
Trae Young has a losing record without the MVP too.
You said
sure. They lost to the Pelicans. They lost to the Pelicans. They lost to Boston. They lost to Miami.
Great team.
They lost to Chicago.
Great
they
team.
lost to the Jazz. They lost to the Hawks.
You heard me stuck that in for Chicago, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, they lost to the Hawks. They lost to the Nets, and they lost to Dallas.
All playoff teams.
Yeah, the Nets playoff team. Yeah.
No,
the Hawks with Trae Young, who you just said Trae Young's been impactful.
No, realistically,
but guess you lost to him.
Realistically speaking, out of all them L's, only three of them is like legit L's. Boston, Chicago.
I was gonna say Chicago, of course.
Dallas for sure. Those are like three legit.
Yeah, so he's 4-8 without Embiid. So the impact towards winning, we're just saying he has Embiid.
But at the time that they announced it, what was it during that time? Because that was what they announced.
At the time that who announced, they still was under 500. They were still under 500.
So the impact towards winning is
no. I say he's on the winning team. Yes.
We're praising him because he has Embiid. I mean, I guess sure.
And somebody praise him because he put you
Maxey's an all-star because he plays next to Embiid. If that's the argument, I guess. If that's the argument, I mean, I guess.
So he's not playing like an all-star caliber player.
Because of Embiid.
You're not playing better than Trae Young. That's the argument.
That's not moving me. Trae Young can be.
Hey, what is a?
That's the case. Kobe White. Kobe White should get in there. You know.
Kobe.
Shout out to Kobe White.
I thought it was
MIP.
Shout out to Kobe White. Shout out to Kobe White.
Hey, man, look. Hey, OG. As soon as OG seen me, Mars, he was like, "Yeah, that McDaniels allegations looking shaky after Kobe White." I said, "Look, I plead the fifth, bro."
We're gonna get to that in a little bit, Mars. About
I plead the fifth.
Yeah, that Timberwolves half-court offense. Yeah, we can get to that.
That Timberwolves half-court offense. That's not the problem. But let's get back. Let's get back to what we just got finished talking about. So the idea that Joel Embiid doesn't make, and I was an advocate of Maxey. I said it. I was down to let James Harden walk out the front door and give Maxey the basketball. That does not negate the fact that Trae Young has been playing better than him.
Okay.
Joel Embiid makes Maxey's life a lot less difficult. When you have a 35-11 guy on your roster, everything is a lot less difficult. Much everything, because he demands a double team. He demands a triple team. A lot of action is off the basketball. You get a lot more open shots, which you not getting now because he's out the lineup. Now guys are keyed more on you as opposed to when he wasn't on the floor, which means you got to shot create more. Not only do you have to shot create more, you got to create more shots for other people. It's a lot more difficult when you don't have a guy on the floor like Joel Embiid than when you do have him.
Okay.
A lot more difficult.
So the logic is that you're saying because Trae Young's job is harder and he don't have a guy next to him, or DeJounte Murray didn't live with expectation they want him. Trae Young is playing better and he has to deal with more, so he should be an all-star over Max.
Are we really comparing Trae Young? Are we really
No,
comparing?
I'm just saying no, because my point is this though. Also, ain't it's Trae Young's job to make other people's job easier as the point guard, as the lead guard, right?
Yes, he does.
Did he make DeJounte Murray ain't looking the same? That's why he's on a trade block, right?
And the reason why it's not because of DeJounte Murray. It's not because of Trae Young. That's not the problem. I mean, we got a double-digit distributor in the game who's also looking out for everybody. I'm not just responsible for getting this dude open shots. I'm responsible for getting Capella open shots. I'm responsible for getting the kid Jalen Johnson open shots. I'm responsible for getting my shooters, Boggs open shots. I'm responsible for all of these guys getting open shots. And Atlanta's problem isn't Trae Young getting them open shots. Their defense is garbage too, also. But that's another. That's
who Trae Young is not helping that side of the ball at all.
This is nasty out of you.
It is.
You just up here just hating on Trae Young for no reason.
It is.
He's just being a contrarian. That's why there's tomatoes in the chat. We need more tomatoes in the chat. More tomatoes.
I'm not even gonna lie, yo. I'm trying to figure out who you guys hate more. Is it Sacramento or is it Trae Young? Who's hating
It's
more?
definitely not.
What?
It's definitely not.
It's Sacramento.
It's definitely. I knew Bob was going to say that.
Yeah.
Big Ox.
Chilltown. We have not had an all-star game ever.
Why has the All-Star game never been in Sacramento?
They had an
Sacramento?
all-star game in Cleveland.
I mean, because
They had an all-star game in
Twice.
Salt Lake City.
Twice in the last 20 in the
Last
last
year
25
the
years.
Salt Lake game was in Salt Lake. The all-star game was in Salt Lake City last year.
Okay, I can't
Twice
argue
in
that
30
one.
years.
That
Twice in
crazy.
30 years.
Yeah.
Twice in 30 years in Cleveland. Twice in 30 years in Cleveland and in Salt Lake City.
Okay.
I didn't even think about that, Big Ox. Holy
Chilltown. Our arena is 100% solar panel. It's one of the nicest arenas in the NBA. I don't even, you know what? I'm
Okay,
Wait.
wait.
Matter of fact, Big Ox, don't stop there. Hold on, don't stop there. Keep going, Big Ox. It's the capital.
Hey,
I don't know if you know this,
We
but
got
Sacramento is the capital of California. It's
we,
the capital.
we got the most loyal fan base in sports. We got one of the loudest. We got one of yes. As far as loyalty goes, we got one of the most loyal fan bases in sports. We was having sold out arenas when we was 15 years out the playoffs on a Tuesday. SB.
Okay.
All right,
Minnesota
don't take this time to start hating on Sacramento.
Wait a minute.
I mean, that's tough, man. That's
The
tough.
All-Star game was in
You might as
Minnesota.
well, after what you're doing to Trae,
When I think about where the All-Star game
I
has been,
expect
Big
better
Ox,
from you.
brought
You
that
supposed
up.
to
You
be
know
the
what?
Halliburton wave with me. I expect
You
better
know what?
from
Let's
you.
hate on Magic Johnson too. Let's just keep it up.
Magic. What Magic do?
I'm just saying, if we're gonna
Relax,
keep hating
bro.
on,
I'm down.
if we're gonna
I'm
keep
down.
hating on everybody, let's just continue to hate all
Oh,
the
wait,
way back
Magic
to
Johnson?
the 80s.
We talking
Magic
about
Johnson
Magic
won.
You know what?
Magic Johnson
Let's hate it. Let's hate on Bill Russell. Let's just
Whoa,
let's
slow down.
let's take it to the extreme. If we just
But
gonna hate
why
on
would we take
everything,
this?
let's just
We're
hate.
talking about Trae Young, bro. Let's not.
Yeah, we not hating on the legends of the
We talk about
Great.
Trae Young in Sacramento.
But hey, Ox, though, real seriously though, because this
Oh,
is
yeah, that's not Magic
this
Johnson,
is
though.
an international show. Look, I know
It's
some people with NBA
not
ears
Max,
listen to this show, Ox. So make the case for the NBA All-Star being in Sacramento. Make the case right now.
It's there. Oh, it's.
Look,
So
you lost that-
This needs no defense attorney. This needs no defense attorney. SB, it's crazy to think that Sacramento's. We've never had an All-Star.
You ain't
Now
offering no
look.
food,
What
no-
I'm saying is this. This is like at the Golden One. Well, Golden One's been open for 6 years now, and we still haven't got one. That's crazy. I'm talking about even back in the day, we could have had one in Arco. But okay, that's cool. Maybe nobody wants to go to the All-Star game that's out there in the middle of the Thomas. You know what I'm saying? No big deal. But now Golden One Center in the heart of downtown, brand new arena. Come on, bro. They just
Hey,
hate us, bro. They just hate us. That's all.
hey, to the dude, Greek Gold in the chat, just so you know, Bill Russell is left-handed. I just want to put that on your mind. So, I don't know. But anyway, Big Ox. So the All-Star game has been in Minnesota. It's been in Cleveland twice. It's been in Salt Lake City twice. It's been in Phoenix. It's been in New York.
Phoenix is a good spot, though.
It's been in DC.
Phoenix is a good
Hey, if
spot.
you go do somewhere, do Phoenix.
It's been in Charlotte. It's been in Charlotte. I think Portland. I think in Portland and Sacramento are the only places that the All-Star game has never been. It's been in Toronto.
It's in Indiana this year.
Chill. Was it ever in Seattle?
Yeah, in '89. That's 1989. It was in Seattle.
Facts.
It's been in Miami.
All right, so y'all can share 89 with us.
It might be. It's. Has it ever been in Detroit? Has the All-Star game ever been in Detroit?
I'm almost positive it's been in Detroit.
There's three places that hasn't been. I think it's Sacramento, Portland, and Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis too hot right now. I
was about to say
Memphis too hot right now.
Sacramento and Portland.
Yeah, Memphis too hot right now.
Ooh, yeah, we need to stay up out of Memphis.
The NBA hates Sacramento. Let's put it down.
That's
the
crazy.
NBA. The NBA hates.
That's the only logical. That's the only logical explanation.
He ain't bring up the food. He ain't bring up the entertainment. He ain't bring up about the stadium.
What the hell going on in Salt Lake City?
Mountains.
I used to live in Utah. What the hell is going on in Salt Lake City?
Mountains. I don't know how they sold it. Utah Jazz.
Yo,
there's a reason why they call Indianapolis Nap Town. They call it Nap Town because dudes go up there to sleep.
SB, you ever been to Sacramento, SB?
No, I never been.
He hasn't. I want to go there. SB, it is California.
No. I mean, that's the upper Cal, though. That's upper Cal.
It's not Upper Cal. It's Northern California.
That's the thing. Y'all think LA runs California. California is California.
LA don't run California.
LA run LA. We just leave it at that. We just leave it at that.
I go to San Diego before Sacramento.
That's fine. There's nothing wrong with going to San Diego before Sacramento, but I'm saying in terms of the All-Star games who have never been in Sacramento, I just think it's a little weird. I think that's clear case of conspiracy.
Y'all deserve one. I can't argue.
You know what I'm saying? We need to start charging the NBA commissioners with conspiracy.
It'd be crazy if Mars get one over there before Sacramento get one. That'd be crazy.
I can see that. No, SB, I can honestly see that. I could honestly see them doing an international one somewhere, Mexico City, London, Frankfurt. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that. I could see them doing that before Sacramento, honestly.
What does this mean for guys who are snubbed in the All-Star game? Considering what the All-Star game has now become in the future, what does this mean for these guys? For example,
I think it's less important now, Tristan. I think it used to be a bigger deal to get snubbed in the All-Star game. Now it's like, because I think back in the days it was a little more competitive. Guys wanted to compete a little more, and now it's kind of like, whatever. I think All-Star
play like open gym.
Do they affect contracts? All-Star selections? They used to.
They used to.
They used to what?
They still do. They used to affect contracts. You'd be eligible for more money if you made All-Star games. That's why Rudy Gobert cried. Yeah, that's why Rudy Gobert cried when he didn't make it, because he lost out like 30 million.
I cried too. We losing out on 30 million.
Yeah, so
I cried for Rudy.
I don't know if they changed it after that or not. But if it still does affect contracts, then it matters.
OG, I got a question. What made the All-Star game look more like a joke? People getting snubbed or Doc Rivers getting the All-Star job after 3 games?
Hey, shout out to Doc Rivers, man. 1-4, man. That's my coach right there, man.
1-4 coach getting the All-Star coaching job.
Hey, last night's loss doesn't count, though. Last night's loss doesn't count. Chris Middleton got hurt in the first quarter. Brooke Lopez was out, and Dame didn't play either.
Man, you got to still coach.
So they just have an 81 game season.
That's it.
No. Like,
don't count.
The loss obviously counts in the record book. Like, you can't take that away.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter if they would have started the G League team. I'm just saying, I give Doc a pass for last night.
I know. What's the point? What's the point of hiring a new coach if he can't, win in the face of adversity?
They should
If that's the point, we should. Who cares? Who cares who the coach is?
If I'm the hottest team in the NBA,
we just did a live yesterday saying the Cavs were the hottest team in the NBA.
Make up your mind, bro. Because you made the title.
You just said anything.
I got Phoenix.
Ron, if you got Phoenix, how come you made that title then? You made the title.
I didn't make the title.
You ain't make the title.
I just came up here and hosted.
So first of all, Ron, since January
yesterday ain't today.
The Suns lost to the Magic like last week.
Okay, so Ron, if we're going to be honest, so since January 1st, Cleveland has the best record in the league. They won 14 out of 15, so we'll start there. That's number one. Number two, if we're talking about Doc Rivers, that's why this thing is such a difficult thing. Because Milwaukee just went on a West Coast road trip when he got the job. So they got to run up on Utah. They got to run up on Phoenix. Who else did they play? They Denver. I believe that of these teams that they had to play. So it's going to look bad on Doc. Of course it's going to look bad on Doc because he's basically walking in the middle of it. He's not walking in the beginning of the season. He's walking in the middle of the season, in the middle of a West Coast road trip. We don't know what we're doing. Milwaukee has a personnel issue. Milwaukee doesn't have just a coaching issue. They have a personnel issue. The way that they are put together, this team is not going to win the NBA championship. When your lead guard is looked at like a plate of food, like a straight plate of food, you are not winning. It's not happening. So Doc does have some time to get acclimated, even though they were winning with Adrian Griffin, and I still don't think that this job is the right job for him. I do think that he can coach, but I think this is an adjustment period for Doc. Plus, this is a personnel issue thing more than anything with them.
I was told that the Clippers just needed time to acclimate themselves. Was told they were going to get it together,
and they did.
Nothing the Clippers doing in the regular season.
Let's give the Bucks the same grace.
Every team ain't
the Bucks and the Clippers different situation. No matter what the Clippers do in the regular season, they're not gonna move me.
Yeah, you're right. The Bucks have won a championship.
Yeah, the Bucks have no Clippers.
You do very simply, and I'm on record with the Clippers. One of two things is going to happen here. Either I'm saying it again. Either Kawhi Leonard tricked me all these years, or he's going to fall to pieces. And this is just an anomaly. What I'm seeing right now. Because there's no way that over the last 4 years I've seen what I've seen, and this year this dude looked like he in year 5. There's no way that that's going on. And either that or I'm in the Matrix. I have to be in the Matrix.
Or he was genuinely hurt and now he's healthy.
Yeah.
How is that possible, Mars? If you're that beat up for that long and then all of a sudden you just look super duper sharp like you're in year 5.
All that rest paid off.
Rest.
Yeah.
What's going on with this dude? I either got tricked or he's going to go to pieces.
What does it matter? Can't we just be happy that he's playing?
He's fantastic. My question is where was this last year or the year before that?
He was fantastic too. He was just hurt.
He was hurt
more.
That's the problem. So how come all of a sudden this year, I think he missed 4 games? He's the most games he's played since the 16-17 season.
They put that rule in.
He's the most games that he's played.
He's a robot. Maybe he got stem cell.
But in the beginning of the season, he was mad and he spoke out about the rule being made like it was like the Kawhi Leonard rule and everybody's pointing towards him. So he was pissed about it too. So maybe he's trying to prove everybody wrong that he can actually play and he playing better. Maybe,
Well, he said that if he's healthy, he plays. If he can't play, he doesn't play.
So, right.
But with the new rule getting made, he played more games than he did so far in years.
He's healthy.
So would he have been healthy 2 years ago? Well, he couldn't have been healthy 2 years ago because he had a partially torn ACL, so he couldn't have been healthy 2 years ago. But how about last year, Mars? Would he have been healthier if the rule changed? Because this doesn't make sense to me, man. It doesn't. I mean, again, Mars, I can appreciate you getting your body back in shape and getting healthy, but Mars, he's played on average over the last 4 years 40 games a season. That's less than half the season, Mars. That's less than half the season over the last 4 years. This year, he looks like he's going to play 75 games, and he looks like he's in year 6.
It's stem cells.
What is going on? I feel like I'm in the Matrix watching this dude. Like,
hey, chill. I think it's a combination of all 3 things. I think it's a combination of just he's finally healthy. think it's a combination of the fact that they implemented the new rule and he's actually trying to prove a point. Mm-hmm. And then I think it's a combination of him just Clippers are better now.
Stay healthy, Ron.
What's the new rule that you have to play 65 games to make an All NBA team?
That's correct.
Or get
to be eligible for any postseason awards.
He didn't make the All NBA team last year. So what makes you think he cares about All NBA team?
I don't think it's an All NBA team. I think it's just him having a point to prove. I don't think he likes that people think he's been low managed, and I don't like that people think he's the face of
the new rule,
basically just sitting games out and all of that. I think like you guys all know, like every human being knows when you have a point to prove, you will go above and beyond to make that happen. And I think that might be one of the cases. I think he is internally motivated to prove everybody wrong. Like, no, I can play. This is me. In the last couple of years have just been, I don't want to say a fluke, but I just haven't been healthy. Now that I'm healthy, you guys are going to feel it every single night.
Mars, I'm on record saying that I'm on record saying from what I've seen over the last 4 years, I'm like, I don't think this dude going to hold up for 2 more years. I don't think he's going to be in the league. I think that his body is going to fall apart. But watching him, if the season ended today, Kawhi Leonard has a legit case of being the league MVP. If the season ended today, he has a very legit case. And I know a lot of y'all don't want to talk about this because I said this before the season started. What if this thing actually works? If this thing, what happens if
all I'm gonna say about their darn time?
Yeah, fellas, I'm gonna step in right quick. We're gonna answer that question in a second. I want you guys to. I want to hear from everybody on how they feel about the Clippers, if it actually works, and what are the real expectations for the Clippers. So we'll get back to that in a second. Right now is a good time to go ahead and shout out www.playerschoicemerch.com. Haven't had a chance to go check it out. Go do that. Go cop you some good merch. It's no better time than now. We have some watch parties on Playback TV tonight. It will be with Chill, the Atlanta Hawks. Shout out to Trae Young versus the #1 Boston Celtics. We'll get to see whether Trae's really deserving of All-Star tonight or not. Chill, you excited for that game?
Yes, I am excited for that game. 100%. They always get into it with Atlanta. It should be a good game. It should be a real good game. Boston, all right, y'all be sure to. Boston could get back going again. Yes.
Drop that link in the chat again. I'm about to pull up and laugh in the chat when Trae Young don't look like an all-star.
He don't have nothing to prove no more. He was just hooping recently, so he could get into it. You can't count him. You're gonna have like 15 and 16. Yeah, he's chilling. He's chilling
tonight.
You might see 18 and 8. I'm with Big Eye. I ain't playing an All-Star game. Don't call me. Y'all go get somebody else.
He want that check. He gonna play.
He already did that in 2021. He want to have more All-Stars on his resume. He ain't gonna do it twice.
I'm straight.
Y'all be sure to pull up tonight at 7:15 Eastern Time, 4:15 Pacific to check Chill out on playback.tv. We have a few super chats. It's no better time right now than to get to these. Brian Holiday said, "What should the Nets do at the trade deadline? I know this season is a wash and they don't control their picks, but there are players on the roster that people may be interested in."
Is this season a wash in Brooklyn?
It's a wash. It's a wash.
Hold on, SB. Don't listen to Mars. It's a wash for a specific reason. Mars, I'm not listening to you, scumbag. You know why I'm not listening to you? Because I know why you want it to be a wash, okay? Mars wants it to be a wash because he wants them damn picks. That's why he wanted it to be a wash. The season ain't over yet. Okay, let's be clear about that. We're only halfway through the season, and they still are in, if I'm not mistaken, in the play-in tournament. They still are there. You want them to go to the bottom of the East so they can end up with the number 3 or 4 pick, so you could get that. Mars wants that, you scumbag. Don't think I don't know what your motivation is, Mars. I could get with that. So don't even try.
That's tough, Mars.
Are you accusing me of having an ulterior motive?
I am.
That's crazy.
I'm absolutely doing that.
Honestly, Mars, when you don't have a motive,
I would never do such a thing. I'm looking out for the Nets' best interests.
No, you are not.
That's what I'm doing.
But OG, I agree with Mars though. The season is a watch, but you have to push it. But you have to push the high. No, it is. They're not gonna do that, but you have to push for a higher seed. You can't go all out tank because you don't own the rights to your pick. So you have.
That's why I'm saying Houston are willing to give them one of their picks back for Mikal Bridges. We're trying to help.
Oh, that's your motive. Oh no,
we'll give you back the 2024 pick for Mikal Bridges and Aaron Holiday.
I'm protected.
Big odds.
We'll give it back. We'll give you your pick for this year. You can tank the rest of the season. Give us Mikal, and you can have Aaron Holiday. Good trade.
Big Ox,
so
you know that car salesman when you go in there and you tell him that, yo, this is all I can afford. I can afford $75 a month. But you walk out with a $400 car payment. That's Mars. That is Mars right there.
That's both
No.
that's both them dudes up there, Chilltown.
I don't get how that's
You
a
seen
bad
in between
deal.
two
We're
used
offering
car
the Nets a
salesmen.
chance to get a top 5 pick this year for a 27-year-old who's probably at their ceiling. Oh, it's a good trade.
No, it's not.
Why is that?
Actually, okay. How about this for an idea? Let's get the trade off the table for a second. It works for you. Let's start with that. It works for you.
It kind of benefits us a little bit,
right? It works for you in the aspect that you get a better player, and you giving us back one of our picks. So essentially, Mars, what you did was the $1,000 that I lost, you giving me back 100 of it, so I could get home. That's all you doing. That's all you, and you keeping my wallet too. So that's all you're doing.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to give back all the picks for Mikal Bridges. No, that's stupid. But
which I need, by the way, because
that's a bad trade.
We'll give them their pick for this year.
No,
which
that's a bad trade for the Rockets. Why would the Rockets do that? Pick for to be probably top 5. No, keep it.
Yeah, but we can get Mikal Bridges,
no,
who's going to be a great wing defender for us because we ain't asking him to score 23 points a game. He's going to be good for us.
Then
the Nets can get a lottery pick.
Right.
And build around him, whoever he is, Cam Thomas, and whoever else. Now, and then next year, if Ben Simmons has a redemption arc, we'll give you Ben Simmons. We'll take Ben Simmons for another one of your picks. We'll just keep helping you.
Now, listen, Big Eye. Remember what I told you about the car salesman? So he's going to give me back one of my picks. That pick is not going to be Mikal Bridges. Good. We don't know that for a fact. But we do know what Mikal Bridges is. So he's going to take Mikal Bridges off our hands, right? So then next year, we don't know. We've seen what Ben Simmons is. Ben Simmons mess around and go to Houston, and it's like going to Phoenix where like you're born again, and he turns into an all-league guard. Meanwhile, the guard, the pick that they gave us back ends up not being very good. It's a win-win for Mars. It's an if for me. That's what it is. Ultimately,
yeah, it's an if, but you got to take the chance. I'm gonna be honest. A lottery pick, you have to take the chance over Mikal Bridges. Like, let's be honest. We know what Mikal Bridges is. You're not going nowhere with Mikal Bridges as your best guy. Let's be honest. The lottery pick, there's a chance he turns into Wemby. So you have to take the chance. Like,
who's the player in the draft, Mars?
We have the next
Mikal Bridges. Mars, who is the player in the draft, Mars? That's the next Wemby.
If the Nets just want to stay the 11th seed till 2027 to spite us, I mean, go for it. But they're not going to go anywhere. We're giving them the opportunity.
Who is the Wemby in the draft?
Bottom out and get their pick back and potentially get a number 1, number 2, number 3 pick. And you're saying it's a bad idea because the picks aren't guaranteed? It's better than what they're in right now. By far.
That could be true.
Fellas,
when you make the call, who is the Wemby in the draft that you're going to tell them, hey, look, bro, this dude in the draft.
It could be Wemby. It could be.
Give me a name to say.
Did anyone think Steph Curry was going to be Steph Curry?
It's more than like, no, we didn't think
exactly.
That.
That's what the lottery's about. Anything can happen.
But, Mars, this benefits you more. This way more benefits you because you're getting an established player. I hope that if I got
benefit us more, yes, it's meant to because we have their picks, we have the leverage.
You know this.
Of course, it's meant to benefit us more.
This $425 car payment. Listen, you have to take the chance on this because you might make more money in the future and you might be able to afford this. But if it doesn't work out, then I'm coming to get the car and I'm going to ruin your credit. How about that?
Sure, Tim. With my credit, I'm begging for $425.
I'm gonna be on. Someone tell me what's the benefit of the Nets just being a
Mark, see, like, every time you talk, you see like got a scheme behind. It's hard to trust you.
What's the benefit of the Nets?
Right.
It's like a scheme behind everything you trying to sell.
What's the benefit of the Nets?
The benefit is
for the next 4 years.
The benefit is if Mikal Bridges was really on the chop block, they can get way more than that raggedy ass pick.
Mars
you guys.
That's
what's the benefit.
It's that big.
Hey, Mark, it's called a sunk cost. When it's gone, it's gone.
It's out of
when it's gone, it's gone.
I mean, if they trade Mikal and then they go tank and then we get their pick, that benefits us more than them trading with us. If they trade Mikal somewhere else,
Mars, you're making it sound like you're doing me a favor. You're not. You are not doing me a favor, Mars.
I'm not saying I'm doing anyone a favor. I'm saying, of course, it benefits Houston more. But that's because we hold all the leverage. But the fact that we're even willing to give the Nets any sort of daylight for a future, they should be grateful. That's what I'm saying. They should be grateful. Because right now they're going to be a 12 seed for the next 4 years, get no draft picks, get absolutely no one, and then be bums after that. That's what they're going to be. I'm saying you can be bums now, get your picks back, and potentially have a building block. Either way, you're wrecked for the next 4 years. I'm just saying there's a chance you can be better. But if you want to ruin your future for the next 8 years to spite me, go for it. But I don't get how I don't get how I'm the bad guy here. You're in a bad situation. I'm willing to make your situation a little less bad while also improving my situation. Win-win.
I shouldn't even dealt with you in the first place. I'm the one who put myself in this situation. Yeah, so unfortunately,
you dug a hole. I'm willing to give you a ladder that gets you halfway out the hole.
But here's the difference, though. Here's the difference. I don't actually have to deal with you. See, you've already taken me to the watershed. You've already taken me to the shed, Mars, and you've already taken all my picks. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to make it sound like I'm the only one that's going to give you an out. No, you're not. You're not the only one that's going to give me an out. There's other people out here that I can deal with. There's better offers. There's better offers that I can get for Mikal Bridges.
Down to Chicago.
There's better offers that I can get for Mikal Bridges than you giving me you actually giving me back what I gave up. You giving me back what I gave up. There's no way that I can't find something better than that. And you ain't even giving me back what I gave up,
you going to CarMax now?
No. There's no better offer than
Mars isn't even giving me back what I gave up. He's only giving me partially back what I gave up. It sounds like a dice game. That's what it sounds like to me. Like I lost all my money at the dice game, and he giving me a couple of dollars just so I can get home. I'm not trying to hit it.
So what better offer is there?
Come down to Chicago. Come to Chicago.
Nah, don't go to Chicago. You don't want to play no dice game in
Chicago.
Chicago.
To trade for Mikal is a team that's trying to compete. You're not trading for Mikal if you're trying to lose. So a team that's willing to offer up 3 first-round picks for Mikal is going to offer up picks that are not going to be in the lottery because they're going to be a team that's trying to compete. So what's better? 3 picks that are going to be the 22nd, 25th, and 24th pick, or 1 pick that's going to be a top 10 pick,
which might work out.
I'll take those 3 picks. I'll take those 3 picks.
Which might work out.
I mean, go for it. Cool. Go ahead.
We drafted Cam Thomas late in the first round,
and you don't pay him.
Okay, and that doesn't mean that he's not a good player, Mars. We kind of got this screwed up.
So what are they going to do with another number 22 pick? They just drafted Noah Clowney.
Well,
I ain't seen him play other than last night.
So if that's the case,
Derek Whitehead. I haven't seen Derek Whitehead play all season. So they don't use these 20 picks. So but if I give them a top 10 pick, they might use them.
So if you give me a top 10 pick, if I'm not using these picks, you give me a top 10 pick. What's to say I'm gonna use that one too? So this doesn't sound like a situation that's good for me. Dealing with you, Mars. This does not sound like
there's no situation that's good for you. I'm trying to give you the situation that's better.
You're not. I don't want to deal with Mars.
Just come to Chicago. We'll take care.
The only reason anyone wants to agree with me is because I'm proposing this offer.
What y'all got in Chicago, SB?
This is beneficial
because you want to compete because your picks. You got your picks, little bit.
I'm gonna talk to somebody else.
We're gonna put this DeMar DeRozan package together with any other stuff on together for you. Then y'all can. Y'all pick can still be late. DeMar gonna make you a playoff team. Trust it's gonna be more to it, but we gonna add something.
How come DeMar don't got Chicago a playoff team then?
Who? Kobe White got us in the playoff team with DeMar.
Got you.
And Alex Caruso. So be humble.
Who did a great job last night on Anthony Edwards. Do not let that 38 fool you. Do not let that 38 fool you. He did a great job on him last night. Do not let it fool you.
It's just trying to get all these people out the way.
Alex Caruso was strapping up.
Yeah, he did a good job.
I didn't watch the game though.
All of that, the majority of that was top heavy. Don't let that fool you.
First half, and Edwards want to cook, cool. But second half,
don't let that fool you. But anyway, as SB was saying, SB was talking about those picks. Okay, so first of all, that's worse than what Mars is giving me because with DeMar DeRozan, that's actually worse than what Mars was giving me because DeMar DeRozan, who's going to be 35 next season, he's going to be 35 years old next season.
Expiring contract.
In addition to him being 35, the money isn't the issue, right? The money isn't the issue because I still got Ben Simmons on my books. Okay, sure, and I'm going to get an expiring contract off my books. The problem is that I do need to be healthy. That's more than anything. Because I got good players. I got really good players. Ben Simmons needs to be healthy. He was the linchpin. Same thing going on with your boys in Chicago with Lonzo Ball. That's the same thing going on in Brooklyn with Ben Simmons. Had Ben Simmons been healthy, we'd be having a completely different conversation about the Brooklyn Nets. Way different.
We can take him off your hands too if you don't want to. We'll take Ben Simmons.
All right, so we've heard the proposal from the Rockets front office. We've heard the proposal from the Bulls front office. Ox, would you like to join the sweepstakes with the Sacramento Kings?
If it ain't Keegan Murray, we ain't talking to him. We don't care about the Sacramento at all.
Going
this
once?
don't got nothing to do with the Bulls, SB. Don't nobody want Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. We don't.
Nobody want Harrison Barnes. Nobody want Harrison Barnes either.
But we not even look. We talking to the Nets, SB. Stay out of this. Mind your business.
Nobody want Harrison Barnes.
All right, mind your business, SB. Don't know. Nobody even talking to y'all.
They only giving up Harrison.
We don't
Barnes.
even. We don't even dial the 312 area code.
Y'all was calling us. Don't do that. Don't do that. Y'all was calling us, Zach. Don't do that. Don't do that. Y'all called us.
We offered calling your phone and you ain't even give him your number.
SB, we offered Zach. No, we offered Zach some money when he was a free agent.
And we
said he was a restricted free agent. He was a restricted free agent. We offered him some money. The money got matched. Ain't nobody calling the Bulls.
Y'all didn't call us?
Except for Alex Caruso. Maybe for Alex Caruso.
We got you in the same arena. We see the Sacramento.
You out here, SB. You out here
y'all got hung up
on. Pitiful. You out here begging people to take Zach LaVine.
No.
It's sad.
Mars, I'm going to entertain this conversation. I know you got to read this super chat, Ron, but Mars, I'm going to entertain this conversation. What exactly are you offering?
Jayshawn Tate, Aaron Holiday, 2024. So this year's first round pick for Brooklyn, and 2027, their first round pick for Mikal Bridges.
Does the money?
So you giving me both of my picks back?
No, we have 4 of them. I'm giving you half of them.
So you're giving me half
25
of my
and 26. Back. You get half your picks back. You get 2 players going to help with the tanking process. You can also flip Jayshawn Tate to a contender.
2 players that help with the tanking process?
Yes, because they get Jayshawn Tate helps with the tanking process. He helps your team be bad. Aaron Holiday helps with the tanking process, helps your team be bad. Also, you can flip Jayshawn Tate because I heard teams like Phoenix are interested in him. So you can flip him, maybe get something back. And you get 2024 and 2027
Mars,
that's a great trade.
Now, hold on, Big Ox. Now you understand what Mars just did right here, right? He's gonna give me my 2024 pick, right? And these 2 guys are going to help with the tanking process because we're going to be awful again next year. He has my 2025 pick, which is going to be a lottery pick that he's going to keep.
That's unfortunate.
Which he's going to keep. He didn't explain that part to you. He left that part out. So I'm going to miss out on that. And he also has my 2027 pick because I'm garbage.
No, they get their 27 pick. They get their 27.
Okay, so I get my 26. I get my 26.
So you're going to get 25, 26.
And we're going to be bad in 25 and 26, by the way, because we've already started the second process. So Mars is going to keep both of those picks. He's going to give me my pick for this year, which it's not a guarantee that I'm going to get something good. This is a terrible deal. This is a terrible deal.
Wait, Mars, who's the 2 players you said to trade here? Because I'm trying to check the money on you.
Jayshawn Tate and Aaron.
And I got to give up my best player.
For what it's worth, 2025 is a swap. So they get our pick. They do.
Mars, are you sure?
Which is probably going to be late in the first round.
They got a pick.
Still a pick.
Mars,
are you sure? Are you sure, Mars, that you're not from Atlanta or Oakland or something?
That's what it sounds like, right?
How am I a scammer for giving them a lottery pick this year?
They got scammed.
Don't let Mars.
Ron, this Oakland level scamming. This Atlanta.
They got scammed in West London. Don't sleep on West London.
I know that.
No team can offer a better trade than 2 lotteries.
Okay, first of all, Mars, this is what I'm doing. This is what you're doing, Mars.
Hold on, wait, OG. Time out, OG. Y'all wait. Mars, you are definitely a scammer and a scumbag because this trade don't even work. The Rockets can't even take his money. You're not even offering enough money to make the trade work.
I did. What's his name? Jeff Green. Add him in too.
You did. You said the Rockets can only take back 16 million, and Mikal Bridges is 21 million.
Add in Jeff Green.
No, that's not enough. It's not gonna work, bro.
How much is Jeff Green making?
At Ime Udoka, they need a better coach.
I'm not even thinking about. I know that the money is important. But what Mars wants to do, Mars wants to take my best player off my hands and give him to him. He wants to take. I think he's on a. I think he's on a vet deal. of 1 year.
Jeff Green for sure making at least $5 million. He's definitely making. Don't make me do the trade.
9.6 mil.
So do we have to make up money from Brooklyn now? Do we have to get like $3 million?
Okay, hold on. Let me put it in together again. I'll tell you. Give me a second.
I mean, they can have Jock Lando if they want. I know he's making 8.
Mars, the thing about it is, the trade would actually be solid if you would just get off your ass and stop trying to scam and just throw in one of y'all young assets.
Of course not. No, that doesn't work.
The trade would actually be all right.
Why would we do
if you
that?
wasn't trying to get over? Because you're getting back Mikal Bridges.
And I'm giving
my best player.
And I'm giving
my best player.
Okay. For the trade to work, you have
no other
trade.
teams giving up 2 lottery picks.
You have to trade Jeff Green, Jock Landale, Jay Sean Tate, and Aaron Holiday for it to work. Would you do it?
There you go. Good deal. Thank you. There you go. They all help you tank. They all help you tank.
He's saying that Mars is saying it's like you're doing me a favor. You're giving me back what was mine originally.
Yeah, but you were dumb enough to trade it, and I'm willing to give you back half of what you gave up. Now you get 2 lottery. No other team in the NBA is giving up 2 lottery picks for Mikal Bridges. No team is doing that. Don't get how I'm the scammer and I'm giving them 2 lottery picks. No one else is doing that. Find me one team in the NBA that is going to give up 2 lottery picks.
This is what he's doing, though. Mars is just Mars. You think you slick, Mars? You think you slick because what you're doing is you're just making it sound like lottery picks. You're taking off the table that one, I'm giving you my best player. That's number 1.
Yeah,
number
so
2,
your lottery pick will be even better.
Oh, we don't even know. I might get the 8th pick, and he might turn out to be good.
And you might get the number 1 pick. That's what the lottery is.
Which is more than right. I'm playing a lottery, which more than likely I'm not going to get that. I'm probably going to lose out.
Well, when you traded the picks to Boston, they got a number 1 pick.
Right, they did. They ended up with the number.
I'm going to give it back, and you might get a number 1 pick again.
I might get a number 1 pick, but you might. There's not a might with Mikal Bridges. That's not a might.
Yeah,
you are getting a great player. That's number 1. Number 2, this pick this year. Let's just say for the sake of argument that I get the number 2 or the number 3 pick. All right. So the number 3 pick. Who am I going to end up with the number 3 pick this year? I don't really know what's going on in the draft this year.
Bronny James.
Bronny is crazy. I mean, if you wanted to get LeBron, yeah, drop Bronny at number 3. I mean,
I could probably,
the Nets are the type of team to do that. I'm gonna be honest. They're the type of team to do that.
But then next year, because I'm gonna be bad, because I'm taking on the majority of your rotation players, and your kicker is giving me back what I already owned in the first place. That I gave up. Silly me, right? I did do that. But now next year, I'm gonna be awful again, and I don't have a lottery pick because I'm giving it to you. I'm giving that pick to you, which also benefits you. So in 2 years, what I'm doing, I'm giving you my best player, and I'm going to give you my top 5 picks again. Mars, what else do you want from me? Do you want the keys to my house too? Is that what you get your
2027 pick? When you're still bad in 27, you get that lottery pick.
2027. Just so you know, the general manager is probably going to be fired by then. The coach is probably going to be fired.
But that's what you get for trading 4 picks for James Harden.
That was crazy.
It sounded like a good idea at the time. It did. Even though James Harden didn't want to come to Brooklyn, he did. He got talked into.
I don't know what to say.
I ain't gonna lie,
they were dumb enough to trade 4 unprotected picks because they thought
OG, I ain't gonna lie though. Mars kind of
now it didn't work, and I'm willing to give you the bailout of getting half of your picks back. And you're saying, well, no, we should get all of them.
OG, I'm not gonna lie. Mars is at first I was like
willing to give you an out right now. You should be grateful.
At first, I was like, nah, OG, but the Nets can't afford to go through another Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum thing again. You might have to go double back.
Actually, that's what's going on. That's what's going to happen anyway. If I give
any other team that's going to offer up from a
2 picks,
they might offer up more picks. Any team might offer up.
Might have to. That franchise can't afford to do that again. But they're going to be
mediocre or bad picks. We're willing to give you guaranteed lottery picks that are yours, so you control how good the pick is. If you just bottom out like Detroit, it could be the number 1 pick. It could be the number 2.
For you! What are you talking about, Mars? For you!
We gotta move on. We gotta move on.
Keep saying that. For you!
Yes, we're still holding 25 and 26. I'm sorry. I'm not going to
which we're going to be the worst at that time. That's when we're going to be the worst.
We gotta move on. We have to move on.
We got to do 24 and 26. Not 24.
Here's the thing: is the trade deadline is tomorrow. So maybe Mikal Bridges will end up in Houston for 2 picks, and who knows what players it may be. We'll see. It should be a lot of fireworks tonight. I'm surprised up until this point that it hasn't been any trades, but we will see. Well, we'll stay ever vigilant and keep our eyes on on Woj's Twitter and all of that good stuff. But Almighty Lambo sent through a super chat and said, typical Bulls fan up here capping.
Hey, man, it is what it is. Y'all let this Rockies fan cap all day, but it's cool with it.
Rockets, I'm just doing what's best for the Nets.
You're not, Mars.
Gaming that I think somebody has been watching. Overtime posted quote unquote footage from Wilt's game. We need Fluent's thoughts. Did they?
I don't know. I need to see that. I don't follow Overtime anyway, so I don't know. If that's the case,
I do.
But I told you the footage existed, man. Carmelo would never lie. Come on, man. I believe in
the 100-point game.
Why it take so long for it to come out? I mean, it happened in '62. That was 60 years ago.
Because Carmelo was the only one brave enough to reveal he's seen the footage. So once someone says they've seen it, now you have to
see every point, all 100 points.
Well, I don't know. They just released footage. Maybe they just.
I think Will had probably like 92 or something. They just said 100. He was just like.
I think he had. I think he. If we doing that, SB, we could flip that on the other side. Wilt might have had 105.
Possibly.
I refuse to believe he had exactly 100.
MP13 said someone needs to teach Dame what icing a screen means. I watched someone yell out for him to ice the screen last night, and he just stood there and let the action happen. He's been around too long to be this lost on defense.
Well, he didn't play last night. So
yeah, he didn't play last night.
He didn't play last night.
I assume it's from an other game. But a lot of NBA players don't know how to ice the screen. I saw Pat Bev teaching Paul Reed how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, hey, the NBA today, man.
It's sometimes the fundamentals of the game is gone, but then when you so talented, when you growing up in high school and you just do everything else, but don't do like the simple things to the game. I even heard Derrick Rose say like he didn't have to start boxing out point guards till he came into the league. You just automatically think you should just box out in general. So it's just like when you that guy in certain situations, they don't teach you then. They just like, hey bro, just go hoop, get us a dub.
Why would you not box out point guards into the NBA?
Hey, look, that's what he said. He said
I think he said it was Rondo. Rondo was the one.
Rondo was the first person. He said he never had to box out a point guard until he got to the league, bro.
It's not that he never had to. He was just lazy and didn't do it. You have to box out.
Point guards rebound in the SEC. He played in the SEC at Arkansas. Point guards in the SEC rebound. Yes, they do.
He did.
You're talking about Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose played in Memphis.
My boy,
Memphis.
D Rose. Memphis, yeah.
But hold on, no. The thing about D Rose is I can actually see that really being the case. Keep in mind, like every court up into the NBA, and even most courts in the NBA, Derrick Rose was the most athletic person. You don't when you could jump that high, you don't really got to box out. It's like this is my rebound anyways. I'm just out jumping everybody.
Yeah. But that's the problem.
You still got to put a body on somebody. Now, Ryan, if you're saying that he's just crashing the boards, okay, I can get with that from a guard. If you're just going to help your bigs rebound, you're not boxing out at the 3-point line or mid-range, whatever. You're just going to get the rebound. Okay, I can see what you're saying. I wasn't boxing out. I was just going to get the ball. But if you're saying I was just kind of just floating or watching, then yeah, like bro, you do put a body on somebody, bro. What do you doing?
I got a serious question. I know Mars, you more like the soccer guy. On Ron, do you coach? I know Ox, you do a little bit. OG, you did. So who is the more to blame for like the talent coming up? Is it the coaching or just the players just not willing to do it?
Parents, coaches, players.
How do I learn the game? Who do I learn the game from, Big Ox? Who teaches me the game?
Your coach.
Yeah. I don't know how to. I don't know how to block out. I don't know how to. I don't know how to get in a defensive stance. I don't know how to slip screens. I don't know how to get around screens or ice screens. I don't know how to do that stuff. I'm taught that. I heard Amari Stoudemire say when he came in the league, nobody ever taught me how to play defense.
That's crazy.
Nobody ever taught me how to play defense.
That's the thing, because a lot of people, we had this conversation before. It's people saying, "Oh, defense is just effort." It's effort, but it's not just effort. You got to learn. You got to know how to play defense. You got to learn how to beat people to the spot. You got to learn how to play angles. You got to learn how to never cross your feet. It's certain things on defense you just got to know. Help side defense. You got to learn what position to be. If I'm 1 pass away, 2 pass away, 3 pass away, what help position am I supposed to be in? There's a lot to know about defense. I think there's a lot to it. Why? And it's still a lot of good basketball. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not a lot of the basketball, but there are a lot of people lacking fundamentals, not just because of coaches. It goes to parents too. Parents don't want to let coaches coach their kids no more. Who are you talking to? Stop yelling at my baby. You know, that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on. So, you know, I don't know who to blame.
Man, your kid doesn't know what he's doing. That's why I'm screaming at him.
Why isn't he playing? Well, because he sucks. He sucks, and you drop him off 30 minutes late to practice every day. So that's why he's not
playing. 3 times to him already, and he's not listening. That's why I'm yelling at him.
Because when on top of that, because when he leaves here, he go sit on that video game instead of going outside and putting in the extra work. That's why he's not playing. That's why these kids aren't learning, because they just get too much. They get too much passes. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why.
It's a combination of a bunch of things, though, because it started at the AAU level, and then it trickled all the way up. Because AAU became AN1 for if you AAU just became run and gun. It didn't become actually hooping. It was just we got 5 games this weekend. We just gonna roll the ball out, and y'all just go out there and just play however. So that whole era grew into the NBA. But then the NBA turned into that too. Once the NBA became so much showmanship, a lot of times the kids are gonna look up to the NBA. So once the kids started watching, like once after the 80s left, the 90s left, the 2000s left, once the 2010s came around, and it was just like we're just out here shooting threes and just running, not playing a regular season defense. The kids obviously watch that and they go and emulate that. Like, and that's just kind of what it is. But it's a combination of everything. It's a combination of the coaching at the grassroots level is terrible. The NBA brand of basketball is terrible. And then it's no accountability in between from the players, the parents, or the coaches.
Don't get me wrong though. I commend parents, even teachers. I commend any adult that doesn't know the game but is going to coach because a lot of kids need coaches, or teams that need coaches, and nobody wants to do it. So I commend those type of people, even if you don't know what you're doing, but you're just trying. So make sure the kids got something to do. But there's a lot of that going on where you got trainers and people that are coaching and training, but they have no idea what they're doing. I don't believe you have to play in the NBA or anything like that to be a coach or a trainer at any level. But it's people that just don't know the game, and that they're just they're just teaching them what they learn off these videos, and now, it's a lot.
I like the other end though. You said you commend the people that are volunteering because the kids need a coach or because somebody has to do it, but then let's not forget about the people who are attending the same seminars that Mars is teaching about how to swindle. Sorry, Mars, you just had to catch that straight. And they're just out there just collecting a check. It's plenty of
it's big business. It's big business.
That's what I'm saying. It's plenty of AAU coaches and other coaches that don't know what the hell they're doing, but they using it as a way to get to get paid.
Yeah, I've seen that forever, where you got AAU coaches starting. I mean, not a team. I'm talking about starting a program. And when I say program, I mean they got a 9U, 10U, 11U, 12U. They got 6 teams under their belt, 7 teams, and they're not. And they might even know the game, but they're not doing it to teach the game. They're doing it so they can throw tournaments and charge parents $20 to come sit in the stands and sell $5 nachos. You know what I'm saying? Because youth athletics is it's $1 billion industry, and these people are trying to get rich off of it. You know what I'm saying? I've done a lot of coaching, a lot of training for free. You know what I'm saying? Just because I want to pass on the game, and there's a lot of people that can't afford it. So you know what I'm saying? So that's a good point too, Ron. There's people out here that actually know what they're doing, and they're purposely swindling parents, because who's not going to come watch their kid play, even if if they
imagine that though.
I'm talking about the people that don't know what they're doing but acting like they know what they're doing.
Right. Well, it goes both ways too, though.
All of this, this is the best training in the world. Your kid come to me, he's gonna go D1, he's gonna go to the league, this and that. Yo, that
promising scholarships, and they're not in. But look, this is the thing. So there's programs I've seen in Northern California, and there's like for girls, for instance, when we were coming up, there was a big tournament in Oregon called the Old Oregon Trail, and then there was a big tournament in Tennessee. Those were like really big tournaments for girls. And I know a program and one of my cousins actually played for this guy, and he was like, we're gonna go to these NC2A sanctioned tournaments. We're going to go to these NC2A sanctioned tournaments. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Whole time they would go to these tournaments and be playing in the back gym, not at the main site. It's just like at the big time tournament in Las Vegas. I remember the first time I went to that, we weren't even playing up Fit Hill High School. We were playing out there. So but I didn't know no better until the next year. I played on a different team, and we're playing in the gym. Renardo Sidney, B. Jennings, everybody's in here. We got coaches that you only see on TV over here. So it's a lot of guys making promises, and they're going to these big tournaments, and they're playing in the back gym in middle schools. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? It's 5 people in the crowd. So it's a lot of it's a scam. A lot of it's
That's
a
what it
scam.
sounds like to me. That's exactly what it sounds like to me. Bro.
Hey,
Imagine
almighty
paying
Lambo, I will make you hang your boots up. I will make you hang your boots up, bro. You better stay in that chat.
Hey, Almighty, I got what you're looking for. Call my name.
Stay in that chat.
So do y'all think that's part of the reason why, like what 3 of the top 5 players in the league right now are international because they actually teaching that at a young age and the fundamentals of the game too?
Who are the best players? Who are the best players in the game today?
Mostly international right now.
It's definitely heavily favoring the international side.
Yeah,
Definitely. Joel Embiid,
the fist
Luka
pump
Doncic,
crazy.
Nikola Jokic. Who else you got? Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Joel Embiid.
I said
I
Joel.
said Joel.
Joel's an
Joel.
American, you racist. Oh my god.
Oh, he did get that's right.
Citizenship, yeah.
Yes,
It's
He did get
crazy.
citizenship, even though he was he from? I think he's from the Congo. I think so.
Cameroon.
not
Cameroon.
Cameroon.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy that most of the best players are.
SGA, he's from Canada.
SGA,
Jamal
yeah.
Murray, he's from Canada. So
All we got is Tatum. Tatum, the only hope, boy. It's ugly.
KD still kicking.
He old.
Hey,
He old. I'm talking about
D-Book is
young.
alive and well.
Anthony
Is
Edwards, De'Aaron
he?
Fox,
And
LeBron James. LeBron James and Steph Curry are still alive, yo. What's going on, man? Y'all relax.
LeBron in the rocket chair right now, man. You look, that's when you know you cook.
You know what, though? Honestly, I do.
You still hoping on a man who's
Nah,
40.
but
We cook.
You know what though? If you look at it though, like if you did the USA versus the world, USA still wins.
that's fair.
Yeah, USA still wins.
Hey, wait till Wemby hits his prime.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Brian Holiday said, "What should?"
Ooh, damn, I don't know.
Of course. What should the Nets do at the trade deadline? I know this season is a wash and they don't control their picks, but
We did
there
this
are
already.
players on our.
You did this. That's what started.
Oh,
That's
that's
what
what
started.
did.
That's
That's
started.
the whole.
Okay.
started.
Shout out
L-host.
Brian Holiday.
L
You
host.
got two.
L-host.
You got two, Brian Holiday.
We did it.
Shout out to you.
Ron, you drinking mimosas this morning, bro? You woke up drinking Bloody Marys and stuff?
Ty
Ron
Corian rules said y'all bullied the NBA into dropping the Wilt footage. That's insane.
Bullied them? Yeah, I don't know if they bullied them. If there's footage out there, you ain't bullying them. Yo, show it to us.
He wants his money from Fluent. That's what it is. That's my manager.
That's all. Show it to us. If you got it, show it.
It was just aggressive
Like,
persuasion.
bullying somebody is Mars coming to me and going, "Yo, listen, I want your lunch money, and shut up and give it to me." No,
That don't even
that's-
sound realistic. I can't even see Mars doing that.
Don't you think it's not the same thing as opposed to you saying that you have something that's beneficial to the culture and you ain't showing it to us? If you got footage of Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game, let's see it. Let's see it.
Leaf Dickey. I guess he has a bone to pick with two people up here. He said Mars and no fan of a team that booed a dead GM. Don't speak for me or my city. Of course it was a wash, chill. This shit is ridiculous. Unacceptable. We spin the block with any quote unquote car salesman. I'm done for the year. At least I'll be back next year.
I'm trying to give you something back. I'm
done for the year.
They don't deserve nothing.
That city be cheering for the players on the road. The Knicks fans be taking over their arena. I don't even know why you have a franchise. I'm gonna be honest.
Y'all seen that last night,
Bro,
I don't. Why did Brooklyn have a franchise? Why did they remove them from New Jersey?
Take it back to Jersey, man.
Because nobody cared. in
Brooklyn
Jersey.
don't do anything for their organization. The organization's trash.
Bro.
The fans be rooting for the other team. The Knicks fans come in there and take over the arena. They cheer for Steph Curry like he's one of their own. Why do they have a team?
Ron, they had Kyrie.
You see
Ron,
how
Because the same thing was going on in Jersey.
they had Kyrie. They had Kyrie Irving, James Harden, and KD, and the Knicks was still the best show in town for them. The Knicks still outsold them with 3 all-time great players. The Nets is the trash toilet water franchise. You got all-time great players, and you still
where were they at in Jersey?
Outsell the Knicks with just Julius Randle alone. Stop it, bro. Stop it. It's ugly.
Where were they at in Jersey? When they were in Jersey, where were they?
They were in East Rutherford, and then they moved downtown to North.
Okay.
Into the Prudential Center. They moved downtown.
Move them back.
Mm-hmm.
No, more than
Did y'all see last night Luka getting MVP chance for Brooklyn?
They be charting for everyone that isn't one of their
right,
players.
man.
Mars, just so you know, Mars, this is what it was like with Nets when they were in New Jersey. We went to see the other team. That's what we was there for. Like when Doc came to town, when Jordan came to town,
they don't
right?
deserve it.
When the bad boy Pistons came to town, right? When Dominique Wilkins came to town, even though I was a big Buck Williams fan, I really was there to see Meek. I ain't gonna lie, I was there to see
move the team to
Ron and Ox. Yeah, thank you. Move them to bring us back. Bring them back to Supersonics. At least we know that they gonna cheer for them.
Only bring them up here if we getting them picks back. If not, keep them way over there. Not over there, way over there.
They don't deserve a team. They don't deserve it.
Hey, Ron, you serious? Thought they were shouting MVP?
Yeah,
for Luka?
Yeah. Why he was missing his free throws? Yeah.
I think Julius Randle they got cheered before in their stadium. Boy. It's ugly.
Well, figure this out. SB, Brooklyn, Madison Square Garden, and what is that? The Barclays Center.
Barclays.
It's basically in Chicago. It's on the Barclays Center is on the west side, and the United Center is on the south side. It's that far apart. It really it's a train ride away. It's really that simple. So you can live being in Brooklyn. It's right there, literally right there.
Oh yeah, no, they could. They might as well just go ahead and be the Alabama Nets or something. I don't know.
The Alabama Nets are crazy. Yo,
the only thing closer is the Lakers and the Clippers that they play in the same arena. That's the only difference.
These Clippers fans show up. That's crazy. And the Lakers actually win. The Knicks ain't won nothing, and they still doing better than the Nets. They still the Clippers fans show up, and the Lakers are like the most historic franchise ever.
I mean, the owner of the team can't really care though, right? Like, I don't care who. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, because you got two different types of owners. You got the owners that are here to make money, and you got the owners that are here to win. That have different companies that are already multi-billionaires, and they're just there to have a good time. They're bringing clients and friends to the game. They're not really tripping. You know what I'm saying? They're not here to make money. They're just here to enjoy it. Like,
now the Clippers owner is serious. The Clipper
owner,
he's trying to make.
He's serious. He's serious. But I'm saying, like, if I'm just trying to sell tickets, I don't care who you come and cheer for. Just come and buy these tickets.
Because OG, just imagine, because I think the new Clipper Stadium open next year, I believe. If they win in the first day in the new stadium, they raise the championship banner. Yeah, he's trying to push for that. So.
Hey, Chilltown, can they have a parade in Inglewood?
They don't. It's in Figueroa. Because again, like I just talked about.
I'm talking about the new arena. The new arena is in Inglewood.
Even if the new arena is in Inglewood, it's Los Angeles. So that parade is going to be on Figueroa.
Can't do that in Inglewood.
That parade is going to be on Figueroa.
I'm just asking. Let's be like,
I ain't been to Cali, and I know not to do that. All that red. What's the Clippers colors? Ox, red and blue.
Man, think Kawhi, PG, and James Harden and Westbrook through their hood that they grew up in. Let's do it in Compton, man. Let's do it. And Ox, last night, I mean, I'm not saying that Luka deserved MVP chance, but 35, 18, and 9. I mean, come on, Luka. Like
18 and 9.
You need to stop praising these rebounds. I swear to God, you need to stop praising them.
18. Yo, Mars, I don't care if he did it in a little league game with them scamming ass coaches. 18 rebounds is crazy. From anybody, but let alone a guard. I know Luka's a 6'7" guard. I know he's a big guard.
They are wide open.
Hey, well then if it's wide open, anybody could get him.
No, you want Luka to have the ball.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to get the ball, Morris. Like a rebound, somebody got to go get the ball.
That's fine, but we're saying 18 and that, like, bro. If you watch watch Luka's rebounds. No one's near him.
That's not his fault.
Like, he's not doing anything.
His
rebounds aren't as impactful as the rebounds Andre Drummond gets.
I don't need context for rebounds. You got 18 rebounds. It's crazy.
I'm not. You can't compare that though, Mars. It's not the same.
My point is, we're just 45, 18, and we do that a lot. It was like guys like him, LeBron. Like when you try and use the slash line of like 32, 12, and 8. Like, yeah, 12 rebounds, cool. But if no one's near you and you get the rebound, why are we acting like that makes your performance more?
But that's not. But that's
so
not.
If nobody closes out on my shot and I make it, does that mean that my shot I shouldn't get 2 points for my shot?
No, you get the rebound. He got.
But it's so. But I'm saying so. It's not.
If you get dared to shoot, a la Isaac Okoro,
I'm not talking about
Josh
dare to
Giddey.
shoot, Mars. I'm not talking about
No,
dare to
if,
shoot,
if
Mars. I'm
someone
talking-
leaves
if
you
I'm talking
wide
about if I have
open
a
and says,
wide
go
open
ahead and
shot
shoot the shot, and you make
and I
4
make it,
threes,
then it's
it
not
doesn't have the
impactful?
same weight as Steph Curry making 4 threes. Yes.
Mars, but here's my
No,
thing.
that's crazy,
Nobody's
dog.
daring Luka not to
Not
get the
today,
rebound or
Mars.
to
Are
get the
you
rebound.
Yeah, the
That's
Mavericks
crazy,
let him
dog.
get rebounds.
What about the opposing team? It's 5 other players out
They're
there.
not crashing. Watch it.
Well,
What
Mars,
I'm
let me
saying,
ask
the other team
You know
doesn't
what?
want the
You don't
rebound.
even know. No one has to agree with me. Do your own due diligence on watch the
I
Mavericks
watch
play
it.
and
I
tell me
do.
how you feel about his rebounds.
I did watch that.
Talk
Don't
to me,
even
Chill.
agree with me
Talk
just
to me,
because
Chill.
I'm saying it.
I-
Watch
I-
it for yourself and tell me if you're like, yeah, these rebounds are moving me. Go
Right,
ahead,
Mars.
do it.
Right,
No way
Mars.
that
I can appreciate your logic on open rebounds, Mars. But are you saying that Luka doesn't rebound in traffic?
I'm saying 80% of his rebounds are wide open. with
No,
one hand.
Mars. 4 out of every 5 rebounds he gets is not wide open. That's not
Yeah,
true,
that's
Mars.
crazy.
That is not
They're
true.
wide
He
open. They're
he
wide open.
now maybe last night, but Mars, he does rebound in traffic, and he
Yeah,
rebounds
20% of the time.
No, he doesn't. 4 out of 5 times he's not
It
rebounding. in
really
traffic.
doesn't matter, Chinton.
I understand, Mars.
That's not Luka's fault if the other team isn't crashing the
course.
glass.
Mhm.
Like if I'm getting rebounds, I'm getting rebounds. I don't care.
Yeah, you
I-
get the no one's saying he didn't get the rebounds. I'm not saying that. I'm saying his rebounds, his 18 rebounds don't hold the same weight as a Rudy Gobert or an Anthony Davis.
And I don't think
Or
anybody.
Luka.
And I'm not. No.
That's
Mars,
the
I'm not
point.
doing
We're
that.
saying 18 rebounds like it's just
no,
something so
no,
crazy.
He just
no,
said
I'm
it
not
was
They're
a
wide
good
open.
game.
No,
It was a
I'm
good
not,
game.
I'm not doing that, Mars. I don't think that he's the rebounder that Drummond is. No, I'm not saying that he's the rebounder that I don't know Blake Griffin was or something like. No, I'm not saying that he's that kind of rebounder. However, you brought it up a couple of different times where today, how prevalent the long ball is. A lot of these rebounds are long ball rebounds. Because they're long ball rebounds, what do? They speed the game up. So if I got my lead guard rebounding like that, even if it's wide open, that enhances our transition game. Which you think it would be faster, considering how many rebounds he gets, but that does enhance our transition game. But with that also being said, I've seen Luka stick his nose in there with big guys, Julius Randle, with Luka sticking his nose in there with Rudy Gobert, and he'll rebound in traffic. Also, he doesn't just get wide open rebounds because guys are shooting threes. He does stick his nose in there and get rebounds when there's other bigs in there.
20% of
He
the
does
time,
do that,
yes.
and it's
20%.
definitely more than 20% of the time.
Okay, you want to know something crazy? I just looked this up because I know my eyes aren't deceiving me. Of the top 30 in rebounds per game, do you want to know who is second to last in contested rebounds?
Luka.
Yes. You want to know who's last?
Enlighten us.
Jason Tatum. 2 people who I say just get wide open rebounds and we be praising it. Jason Tatum, 18.5% of his rebounds are contested. You know what that means? 81.5% are uncontested rebounds. Luka Doncic, 22.2% are contested. You know what that means? 77.8% are uncontested. So my point is saying 20%. I was off. 77.8% of Luka's rebounds are uncontested. I don't know what to tell you. Anyone can go watch it for themselves. It happens. I'm not making it up. I just looked it up, and the stats prove what my eyes were telling me. They get uncontested rebounds.
Did you say Luka had a good game, but did you say, oh, Luka, 18 rebounds, best rebounder in the league? I don't think you said anything.
No, my point was when we say 45, 18, and 9, we make it seem like the game is way more impressive than it was because 18 rebounds, when you look at the rebounds he's getting, don't mean much. That's the point I'm making.
That is crazy.
That
makes me crazy hearing that, man, because what it sounds to me like is that the 80% of the rebounds that are uncontested, what do they lead to, Mars? Do they not lead to buckets?
Yeah,
do they not lead to them scoring?
You go
so it's obvious. So
I'm not saying the rebounds mean nothing.
That's what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds
like. We understand context.
I do understand that.
We understand 20 points
nobody
from
is around.
Isn't
nobody
the same
around.
as 20 points from someone else. We can understand that teams guard people differently. When Steph Curry makes 7 threes, we understand teams aren't letting him shoot. But when Matisse Thybulle makes 7 threes, we understand teams are leaving him wide open in the corner. So the way teams are guarding him is different. So not all 7 threes are the same. We understand when someone scores 30 points and is predominantly on jump shots, we understand how they're scoring their points. We understand that that's different from someone who's only scoring off putbacks and dunks. We understand that. But then when I say not all rebounds are created equal,
Right.
I'm the bad guy. I'm simply saying there's context.
No, chill. He's
single
right.
stat.
Yes, he is the
Are
bad
you
guy.
praising
That's
the
ridiculous.
rebound?
Is this
It's a
ridiculous?
bit crazy
No,
to me
no,
when
Mars,
his rebounds don't come in the same fashion as guys like Mitchell Robinson, who's an elite rebounder, Domantas Sabonis, Rudy Gobert, Nikola Jokic,
another center,
Anthony Davis. But we're praising 18 rebounds as if it means that. All I'm saying is context is key when we read out these numbers.
Right.
That is it. That is all I'm saying.
Fair.
If you want to disagree and say rebounds are rebounds, cool. But if you think rebounds are rebounds, you have to think assists are assists. You have to think all assists are created equal, no matter how it's generated, no matter what you do. Well,
nobody said that though.
Then you have to agree with me and apply context to the stats.
Right.
You can't
now,
have it both ways.
Are
all assists created equal, or do we understand there's context to assists?
There are just like scoring.
It's not the same thing.
Exactly. That's my point.
However,
it's not the same thing. We don't have to act like this makes sense because it doesn't.
Okay, explain.
Okay, Mars. Okay, your point is valid, Mars. Mars, your point is valid because what we're talking about here is we're talking about context. So if Alex Okoro is left wide open on 7 threes and he makes 4 of them, how does that impact the basketball game? They end up winning because 3 of those 4 were during a run, and that run ended up propelling our run to help us win the basketball game. So when you got Luka, who has 17 rebounds, well, 10 of those 17 rebounds led to 22 fast break points because nobody else was offensive rebounding, which helped us speed the basketball game up. So instead of you looking at, because Luka gets empty rebounds, those rebounds might lead to us scoring. With us scoring, that might lead to us winning the basketball game. So even though they might not look impactful because they aren't contested, even though he does rebound in traffic, not as much as you would like to, but he does rebound in traffic. Those rebounds that he has that aren't contested lead to other things that help us win games.
Yeah, and that's fine. If that context was true, yeah, I wouldn't argue against that. The issue is, if you want to say that the reason Dallas's offense is so successful off Luka rebounds is because he has the ball, I would just disagree. I don't think the outcome of their offense changes because, as we all know, Luka isn't one to push the tempo.
They're one of the. They're all one of the slowest.
Now, so we already understand Luka isn't. It's not like Russell Westbrook where he got the ball and he was pushing. All like the defense ain't set, they're scrambling. No, Luka's not doing that. So all I'm saying is when we watch Luka's rebounds and we see there's no one around him, the outcome would be the same whether or not he got that rebound. Now he gets credit for getting the rebounds. Yes, he has 18 rebounds. I'm not saying he doesn't have them. What I am saying is we can't put Luka in a category among other great rebounders when his rebounds come in such a different context. He's not, to me, I can't call someone an elite rebounder when you're getting wide open rebounds with no one around you. That's not elite rebounding. Elite rebounding is reserved for the ones who are battling, who are boxing out, who are securing the ball, who are putting bodies on people, who are getting the ball in a crowd, who are getting offensive rebounds. That's what elite rebounding is. But we're at a point now where we're seeing guards get wide open rebounds because we want them to push the pace, or we're seeing guards get rebounds with no one around them and their bigs are boxing out and allowing them to get the ball. And we're putting them in a category with rebounders who are doing those things. Like Steven Adams doesn't average as many rebounds when he was in OKC as Russell Westbrook did. If you're going to tell me you think Russell Westbrook is a better rebounder than Steven Adams, I think you lost your mind. Like, you're not about to convince me of that. But just because he averages more rebounds, that doesn't make you a better rebounder. My point is with guys like Paolo Banchero does this too. A lot of his rebounds are uncontested. And guess what, Chill? You say he should be a better rebounder. And I agree with you because he doesn't put bodies on people. He doesn't go and chase the ball. A lot of his rebounds come from the ball just coming off the rim straight to him. He's not a great rebounder, but he averages like 7 or 8. But he would be better if he did the things that make you a good rebounder. So all I'm saying is if someone's getting wide open rebounds, we have to apply the context to that stat the same way we would apply that context to every other stat. That's all I'm saying. Not saying he's a bad rebounder, not saying he doesn't rebound the ball. I'm saying there is context to Luka's rebounds, the same way there's context to everyone's assists, the same way there's context to 3-point percentage, the same way there's context to field goal percentage, the same way there's context to points per game, there's context to all the stats. That's all I'm saying. That's it.
And all of that is fair, 100%, Mars. With the point that you made, I don't put Luka in the same category as a rebounder with Andre Drummond. I don't put him in the same category as a rebounder with the better rebounders in the game, like Sabonis. I don't do that. However, the point that I was just making, when Luka gets rebounds, whether they're wide open rebounds or whether he's rebounding in traffic, how much that impacts the game. We have to talk about where he's rebounding the basketball. At what time of the game is he rebounding the basketball? What that's leading to when he actually gets rebounds. If he's getting rebounds that's wide open and these are actually leading to transition buckets, or these are actually stopping a run that this team is having, as opposed to them continuously going, that does matter. But the point is, and I get your point, that Luka, because you see 18 rebounds, that, okay, Luka is in the same category with Sabonis as a rebounder. He's in the same category as some of the better rebounders in the game. Okay, I do understand that. The point is these rebounds that he does get, they do matter on some level. They do matter a lot more than you're giving them credit for, even though they're wide open. They do lead to things.
They matter, of course. I'm just saying he's not an elite rebounder. And anyone who says, "Well, we didn't say he's an elite rebounder," then it doesn't apply to you. It's still applying to the people who say he is an elite rebounder. The same people who say Jason Tatum is an elite rebounder. The same people who say LeBron James is an elite rebounder. If you haven't said that, it doesn't apply to you. If the shoe doesn't fit, don't wear it. I'm talking to the people who do say those things because they ignore the context of how their rebounds come. So if it doesn't apply to you, don't tell me it doesn't apply to you, because I'm not talking about you then. So I don't know why everyone's thinking. I'm not talking to all of you. There's 1,300 people in here. If it doesn't apply to you, you know it doesn't apply to you. Good for you. I'm talking to the people who say things like they are elite rebounders, because I've heard it many times. I've had many of those conversations. It's to those people.
I just feel like where the divide is between you and I, Mars, is even if these rebounds are open, they do lead to something. It's not like these rebounds don't lead to anything. They do lead to something.
And I believe they'd lead to the same thing if someone else got the wide open rebound. So I guess that's where the disconnect is. But maybe, well, it's different for every player. If you don't push the pace, then yeah, I think it would lead to the same thing. Because
I would like to think, I'd like to think that if Tim Hardaway was getting those rebounds, I don't think it leads to the same thing.
Tim Hardaway would get the rebounds and give the ball to Luka. So why would it not lead to the same thing?
Well, no, because Luka would get the rebound, and he probably, before he gets the rebound, the way Luka thinks, because that's the way great players think, he already sees me running. So he'll see me running and get the ball ahead to me, as opposed to Tim Hardaway, who's thinking he's got to get the ball to me. He's not thinking, yo, I'm going to get the ball to this guy who's already running. He's going to stop at the 18-foot line, and he's going to be able to knock something down. Luka's already seeing me running because I see Luka getting the ball, and I'm gone. So in Luka's head, he already sees that I'm gone. He's going to get me the basketball. Tim Hardaway's not thinking that, right? Kyrie Irving is not thinking that. He's already gone.
Luka don't really hit those hit heads very often, but if he did, I would agree with you. But that's why I think that's another reason why Jokic rebound is so impactful, because teams know, like Denver players know, if Jokic get a rebound, run, because he's gone through it. Luka, he's done it more this year, which I give him credit for, but generally, nah, not really. Jason Tatum, nah, not really. LeBron, he'll get it and push for sure. So LeBron, yeah, but that's why I said it's all about you. People don't need to just take my word as law. Like me saying I don't think I'm moved by these rebounds. You don't just have to, if you were moved by the rebounds before, don't just agree with me now. My advice, and I say this all the time, watch it for yourself and tell me how you feel about those rebounds. If you watch Luka's rebounds and you still feel like it's extremely valuable, good for you. That's your prerogative. I'm sure I would ask you why, and you could tell me why. Don't just take it as law because I said it. Make your own opinion based on actually watching it. That's my whole opinion. I'm watching Luka get these wide open rebounds with no one around him, no one crashing the offensive glass. The Dallas players just there watching Luka go get the ball and then they go run their half-court offense. I'm not moved by that rebound personally, but you might be. Just watch it for yourself and form your own opinion. That's the advice that's all I can give you. Watch it for yourself and form your own opinion. If you disagree with me, you disagree with me. I'll ask you why, we'll have a conversation, whatever. And if you agree with me, you agree with me. Sure, whatever. Just make your own opinion based on watching the games yourself. Don't just blindly read the box score and form your opinions. I say that about every single stat. The same thing applies to rebounds, in my humble estimation. Welcome to the show, Dom.
Hey, Damo, pass that.
I would if I had some.
DSG Piccolo shot through a super chat and said, Bucks interested in Wiggins. Does that even fix their issues? Also, Mars, you a scumbag for that trade idea. I understand, though.
It's a great trade.
To answer your first question, I think Wiggins is a great move for the Bucks. I think that's.
I think he helps. I think he helps.
That's $30 million, you know.
They giving up Middleton?
From a player standpoint, I do think it shores up some of their problems. From a money standpoint, they're going to have to come off something substantial.
I'm not gonna lie, chill. I know you like this guy. We have to have a Bobby Portis conversation, man.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
He's
unfortunately, yes, we do.
Bobby Portis.
I knew this was coming too. I did. I knew this was coming, and I was prepared for it, Mars. Yes, I was.
They fired the coach for the guy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. Bobby Portis. I'm watching him. I'm like, I don't know what happens. I've never seen such a decrease in mobility. He can't move. It's tragic. Hey, man, pack up Bobby Portis.
It was a hell of a career, though, Bobby. I mean, fire.
I don't think he's over. I mean, I'm not going to go that far to say that he's finished.
He can't be playing this much. I'm going to be honest. He can't be playing this much. This is bad, especially for a team that's this bad defensively. He just looked even worse. Like, nah. Bobby, you need to go somewhere with better defenders because this is making you look crazy out there.
He should be a better rebounder than what he is. 100%.
His eyes make him look crazy.
He definitely should be a better rebounder than what he is. And I watched him on rotations, and not just him. They look lost. They don't look like they know what they're doing. They just look all over the place. We can have a whole show about the Milwaukee Bucks defense, and don't get me started on their whole defense, but. I don't know what to say about Milwaukee except the way that this roster is presently constructed, they are not winning the NBA championship. They're not.
Oh, just have a little faith, y'all. It'll all come together very soon.
How, Ron? How?
Chill, just relax. Yeah, I can show you better than I can tell you.
Okay, I'm my eyes are wide open, Ron. I'm paying attention. Okay, I'm not gonna say another word about it. I'll pay attention.
Davion Bohannon said, what do y'all think of the improvements of Brandon Miller and Scoot Henderson this season, and this season's draft class as a whole? It could be one of the best.
How you feel about Damo? What do you think about Brandon Miller?
Well, one, Brandon Miller's a dog. I knew that going into the draft. I knew that going into this year. I was the person on here saying, hey, man, the Hornets definitely need to draft for fit versus what they perceive as talent, even though this fit pick is as good as the talent that people are debating. It doesn't make sense to put another point guard next to LaMelo. But yeah, Brandon Miller's a dog. Scoot has
gotten better. Mm-hmm. Did we lose him?
Improved.
Yeah, basically he's saying Scoot's cooking.
Right. And he is getting better. Yes, he is. He's definitely getting better. I think the difference is that we actually, they've given him some time. It helps Portland. You froze up, Damo.
My fault. I was just saying. I was just saying. Scoot's definitely proved me wrong, and I always say that in terms of draft picks. If I don't believe in a guy, I'm not trying to hate you for your career. I want you to prove me wrong. Plenty of players have proved me wrong, and I'm willing to admit you proved me wrong. Scoot's proved me wrong in terms of I already didn't think he was a generational talent. That was the thing I was always questioning. But at a certain point in the season, it looked like, was he even an NBA player? I'm just glad that he's improved to the point to where I'm like, okay, yeah, he had to figure it out. Everybody's not gonna come in day one and get it straight out the mud. Some guys gotta learn on a job, gotta develop, gotta get comfortable. It's absolutely fine. I'm glad he got comfortable because this would have been a nasty summer of propaganda pushing by me if he didn't.
After 1 year, though.
I'm not seeing it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not seeing it.
We're talking about Scoot?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I'll be honest. Since Shaden Sharp went out, I haven't watched as many Portland games as I anticipated. But when I do watch, it seems like the only time he can be impactful is if he's making threes. Like he still can't finish around the rim consistently. The in-between game is still not there. He's not a very good ball handler. The playmaking is pretty reserved to either hitting a pocket pass to DeAndre Ayton or he picks up his dribble in the middle of the lane and just kicks out to someone. His processing speed is very slow. He can't defend without fouling. And the only time he looks impactful as a scorer is if he's making threes. Like I said, so if you look at all the games where Scoot Henderson scored well, I'm pretty sure it would just be because he made a few threes. He's still... But we know Scoot can't shoot.
Right.
So if he has games where he makes a few threes, we know that's not an indicator of who he is. That's him getting hot for a game. And that's where the concern is. If he was having games where he was getting downhill, getting into the teeth of the defense and finishing, I'm like, yeah, that's what Scoot was projected to be. So I can see that that's a pathway to continue. But if I see a bad shooter make a couple threes, that's not a sign of this is who he is. That's a sign of a bad shooter getting hot. And I'll relate it to Jalen Green. The reason I was moved by the streak of Jalen Green that he went on recently is because he was doing it while not shooting crazy numbers from three. He was doing it 36%, 37%. That's sustainable. There's a way to continue that because we don't need you to shoot 55% from three to score well. With Scoot Henderson, it seems to be he needs to be shooting upper 40s from three to have a good scoring game. That's not who he is. That's not who he's ever been. And I think if you watch him, that's still not who he is. He just gets hot. So I'm like, I don't think that's a sign of future success more than he's just having a few good games shooting the ball when teams are letting him shoot. He hasn't improved to me in the areas that he was meant to be good at coming in. And I'm not saying he's a bust because he's a rookie. I'm not saying he's a bust. I'm saying I haven't seen him turn the corner that other people seem to be thinking he's turned for me because he still has the same flaws. He just made some threes in those games. That's why I'm at with it.
So Mars, when you're trying to figure something out, right? You're new at this job, whatever it is. When you're trying to figure something out, if something is working, which more times than not, this isn't what you're known for. If that's working, isn't that something that you would stick with?
Yeah, but if you think his 3-point shot is sustainable,
okay, well, and I'll tell you why. The reason why I'll tell you why, Mars, is because number one, I just got the job. It's not like I'm in year 7 or year 8. I just got the job, which means that at some point I am going to improve at this. Me getting downhill, me getting downhill, me being able to pass. I heard John Wall talk to Isaiah Thomas about how difficult it was his rookie year, how difficult it was for him, how he had no clue how to pass out of the double team, how whenever the double team came, the first thing he would do was retreat. He didn't think about attacking the double team. He didn't think about getting off the ball fast. He said the first thing he did whenever the double team came, he would retreat and put the ball over his head, which is a no-no. And the reason why he did that is because I'm new. I don't know how to do this just yet. I don't know how to read defenses in the NBA. I only played 1 year in college. Scoot, on the other hand, I'm going with what's working right now. Okay, so I knocked down a couple of threes. Okay, this is going to keep me engaged in the game. Later on, when my ball handling improves, later on, when my vision improves, when I start to learn the offense a little bit better, when I learn these things, then my game is going to improve. And I got to give him time to do that because, once again, Mars, I just got the job. It's not like I've been here 4 or 5 years where, okay, this is probably who this guy is. He's never going to be a great long ball shooter. He's never going to be a downhill guy finishing at the rim. So at some point, we have to give these guys time to figure out who they actually are.
Yeah, that's why I'm not calling him. You want to go ahead, Dom? I'll speak.
I just wanted to speak on the thing with Scoot. It's fine if you want to compare him to a guy like John Wall, who was a one and done, was a young guy coming into the league, played that 1 year in college, and then played in the pros. Scoot Henderson played in the G League for 2 years before coming to the pros. So to me, he definitely should have spent more time than the average 19-year-old rookie guard in the league learning these skills, developing these things that we're talking about right now, at least to a point to where we can't sit there and say, okay, well, yeah, this is the same problem John Wall had. It was the same problem any tertiary super athletic or athletic point guard that came out of 1 year of school. I'm not going to say the G League thing didn't work, but I am disappointed. That's why my expectations were so low in the beginning for Scoot, because I don't understand how you start at 17 playing pro style ball and you don't take the most advantage of it. Like, you don't take the most advantage of that opportunity. I would think if you spend 2 years, I want to say you voted a year of high school and then didn't go to college for a year to just play G League ball, not just the point of being in G League games, the training that comes with it, the free time you have like an actual professional basketball player. You don't have to go to school. You don't have to do these other things. You can just focus on your craft. I would think from 17, he would have been honing his skills to be able to hand the ball in transition, in a double team, attacking the team of the defense, developing his shot. I would think those things would have been worked on while he was in the G League, and they weren't. So when Mars said he didn't turn the corner, that he doesn't see him turning the corner, that other people see him turning it, I don't either. In terms of what I've heard people say about him, he's still not that player. But for me, based on my evaluation of who I thought he was going to be, my evaluation of what I seen initially, I'm happy to see is working out. Because at first, it wasn't even like it was working out. The kid was injured. The kid was looking really bad, like he could not, like he was unplayable. Damn near, people was making it seem like. So I'm glad he's defeating the straight off bust notion, the straight off unplayable notion. I'm glad of that for him because I don't want to see no brothers go out there and just not get an opportunity or squander something like this. So I'm glad he's able to play. So when I say he's definitely improved, my improvements are based off the fact of, when I say he's improved, I'm talking from he's not dog water. He just needed glasses, and now he realizes where he can get in and fit in.
That has helped.
For that. Now, I will say, Mars, in terms of comparing him to the field, compared to other guards in his draft, guards from a year or two before he got in the league where he was picked in the lottery, yes, it's a lot to be desired. He still got some work to do. I'm not ready to write him off yet, though, because of the things he has picked up the pace with in terms of having these good games. I'm able to give him a little more time because if he just finishes first year completely trash, I mean, I know it's just 1 year. I know he's young. I know he can develop. I'm gonna talk about him like he's killing in A's. After 1 year, I am until you show me something else.
So, Damo, compared to Anthony Black, where do you have Scoop compared to Anthony Black?
Okay.
First of all, I had to me Anthony Black. I think I said it going into the draft. He was like top 2 guard to me. Like Anthony Black was one of the better guards in my opinion. I thought he should have been. I wasn't sure about that. Was around the time I was a little uncertain about the Thompson twins. So I was like, Anthony Black probably should be the first guard off the board.
Look at him, casual.
I was. I was questioning. I was unsure about him. I was, but I had Anthony Black as the best guard.
How about Bilal?
I knew nothing of Bilal. Honestly, I knew nothing of Bilal.
Mars knew more about him than I did. I didn't know.
I thought he was more of a project. He came in and he's been better than I thought he would early. Now, once again, same reason I say there's context. He's not a 40% three-point shooter, guys. Just because it says he shoots 40%, he's not. Teams are daring him to shoot. And to be fair, he's making the shots.
Bro.
It's not stupid. You are not a 40% shooter if teams don't respect your jump shot.
Mars, that's not stupid.
How could you play basketball and not understand the concept?
I don't care if he's open. I don't care if it's contested. I don't
teams are daring you to shoot. This is the same issue we had. And I'm going to say again, this is the same issue. This is the reason why guys like DeAndre Hunter got drafted number 4 in the draft.
And
because if teams let you shoot and you shoot a high percentage, that doesn't make you a good shooter. Bilal Coulibaly is not a good shooter. Teams are daring him to shoot.
He's not a good shooter, then why is he shooting 40%?
Can I finish?
How does that make sense?
Because I'm going to explain how it makes sense. He is not a good shooter.
Shoot 10 and
he is not a good shooter 40%. For a variety of reasons. Reason number one, teams are daring him to shoot the ball. Teams are saying, we want you to shoot because we will live with the results. That is reason number 1. Reason number 2, half of his threes come from the corner. He only shoots in the corners because that is the easiest three-point shot, and teams still leave him wide open.
So he gets 2.5 points because it's from the corner.
I'm not finished.
Because it's from the corner, he gets 2.5 points. It doesn't count. We're supposed to discredit it because it's from the corner.
It's not about discrediting. It's about explaining how the game of basketball works when we evaluate the skills of a player.
Hold on, Mars. Keep going, Mars. Number 2.
Number 2.
Okay, number 2.
Explaining how skills work. Reason number 3, he is not a great shooter. Damn near all of his threes are assisted. They are stationary catch and shoot threes in rhythm where teams are not guarding him. That's reason number 3. Reason number 4, he has shown no capability of shooting off the bounce off of a variety of footwork. He is simply stand still, wait, dip, release. There's no 1-2, there's no hop, there's no right-left, there's no left-right. He can shoot one way and one way only. This is how you measure a good shooter. The skill of shooting is the ability to shoot off a variety of footwork, to shoot off of screens, to shoot off the move, to shoot off the bounce. That is what good shooting is.
Not true.
Standing still, waiting is not good shooting ability. That's not a sign of good shooting ability. And that's why I say percentages don't tell the whole story. Because if someone is being dared to shoot, if someone only shoots wide open, if someone only shoots off the catch, and someone only shoots because teams dare him to do so, and he still
still doesn't shoot it with confidence, hence the only 2 3-point attempts a game, that would imply someone is not a strong shooter, despite the percentages saying otherwise. Because when you watch him, you can see, A, he's not extremely comfortable shooting the ball because he won't shoot it consistently, despite the fact they leave him wide open when he's out there. B, he can't shoot off a multitude of footwork. C, he can't shoot off any other scenario other than standing still. He can't come off curl screens. He can't come off pin downs. He can't come off any sort of screens and shoot the ball because he's not a good shooter.
I think the top of the key three is easier than the corner three.
There is context to all of these stats. If you want to blindly say, look, he shoots 40%, he's a good shooter, go for it. But when you watch him play and you see he can only shoot one way, one shot consistently, that's not a sign of good shooting. And that's why I say we had this conversation on Open Gym. When we're analyzing draft prospects, I try not to look at percentages, because if you look at percentages, you would say Bilal is a better shooter than Keontae George. That is stupid, because he's not a better shooter than Keontae George, because Keontae George showed at Baylor and in the NBA, he can shoot off the bounce, he can shoot off a multitude of footwork.
In basketball, you're not supposed to try to shoot hard shots to prove a point.
It's not about shooting
hard shots.
It's about having the skill.
Nobody's telling Keontae George to shoot on the shoot for that.
I'm standing in the corner, and you're daring me to shoot. Now knock the shot down.
I'm sorry, that's goofy as hell. It's just goofy.
There's no way I'm
ask you a question.
on top of
that, there is way. Yes, way. Because if I don't have to not shoot the ball just because it's. Damn, man, bro, this is crazy. This shit doesn't even need to be explained.
I've never understood.
I just want to ask a question.
How can you understand the game of basketball?
How do you not understand the game of basketball?
That comes down to more than percentages.
You're sitting up here trying to convince, like.
I'm not trying to convince anyone. I'm explaining how skills work, and the ability to do something well comes down to more than a percentage when all you do is shoot one time.
Does he shoot corner threes well? Does he shoot corner threes well?
Corner threes, yes.
Does he shoot corner threes well?
He's not a good shooter. I never said he doesn't make his corner threes.
I never said corner well.
I never said anything.
Then he can shoot. Then he can shoot. Then he can shoot.
I'm not gonna lie.
Mars, is it that simple though? If I could shoot on the left wing and I could just catch and shoot, I'm a good shooter. Is it that simple?
No. If all you can do is shoot one type of shot, you aren't a good shooter.
Real quick.
What's up, Damo?
Hold on. Now let me ask. I'm gonna ask to field this because I honestly see where Mars is coming from. But
I do too.
I'm just hold on. I just want to ask an example.
Don't say you saw where I'm coming from.
I do see where you're coming from. It's just stupid.
But it's not stupid. It's common sense.
Keep going, Big Ox. I'm
sorry,
Damo. As you were saying.
Can I ask you guys, how do y'all feel about Andre Roberson as a shooter?
The questions you
asked. He wasn't a catch shooter.
No. How do you feel about Andre Roberson as a shooter?
He was not he was the he with us guy. That's who he was. And if
now,
I'm not
what
mistaken,
if I told you?
I think he shot like something like 40% on the long ball.
I'm about to say, now what if I told you in the playoffs, just his career playoff average from the 3 line, he shot 35% from 3.
Right.
For his career.
That's fire.
That's fire. But you won't call him anything above.
This is Damo. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I never
asked, how do you feel about him? Before you heard any percentages, anything, I asked, how do you feel about Andre Roberson? Chill, laugh. You look like, what the fuck are you talking about Roberson for? Ron didn't even say anything. But when you hear
this is a bad example, though.
It's not a bad example
because we have a large.
You deem him as a bad shooter.
How do you feel about PJ Tucker's ability as a shooter?
Yo, this is what I'm saying. Look,
PJ Tucker can bang that.
I never said anybody.
I never said in one scenario.
I never said that anybody was.
I never said that he was a good shooter in the corner. If you can only shoot in the corner, cool. Only shoot only shoot corner shots, and you're an asset to the team. Nobody's asking PJ Tucker to go shoot step back threes. Nobody's asking PJ Tucker to shoot a turnaround mid-range shot. Nobody's asking PJ Tucker to shoot logo threes.
I said Bilal Coulibaly
his job
is not
to shoot
a good
in the corner.
Shooter. What if I say someone is not a good shooter? We are talking about the skill
so why
of
is he
shooting.
making him? If he's not
because he's shooting one shot and one shot only. When I say someone is not good,
hold on a second.
You are not strong with the skill as a whole.
What's wrong with that?
Bro, just hold on real quick.
Make layups with your right hand and can't make layups with your left hand.
You can't score, Ron. You can't score, Ron.
If I'm making my right hand layups, why can't I?
Get the hell out of here, Ron.
If I'm making my right hand layups, why can't I?
on the right
Why
side of the
can't I?
floor, you can't score.
Chill, why does that matter?
can't.
If I'm
Get
making
the
my
hell
right
outta here,
hand
Ron.
layups and I'm getting busy, why does it
No,
matter?
you're not getting busy.
Why
No,
does it
you're
matter?
not.
No,
No.
tell me why.
Hell
Tell me
no.
why. If I'm making right hand layups,
You know why?
I don't need to
Because
use my
I'll
left
tell
hand.
you why, Ron.
Why
The
does it
reason
matter?
why- the
And
reason
you guys
why is
might
because
say I'm flawed. You might say I'm flawed, but
this
it
is
doesn't
bullshit,
matter.
Ron.
I'm making my
This is-
right hand layups.
This is bullshit,
I'm
Ron.
scoring 20 and
Not
9
bullshit.
right hand
Look,
layups.
it's like
It
You know why it's
doesn't matter.
bullshit? Here's
you-
Big Ox. Here's why it's
What?
bullshit. Number one. Here's why it's bullshit. Number one. The point that Mars made. The reason why he's making those shots. Number one, he's wide open. That's number
So
one.
what?
What? The point that okay. Once again, he's wide open. If he's not wide open, he's contested. You know what you have to do when you're contested? You have to counter, which means that you have to shoot from somewhere else, which means you have to shoot in a different way, because now what you're good at doing, now you can't do that. Ron, if you're shooting right-hand layups and I'm contesting those right-hand layups, now you're not making them. How else are you going to score, Ron? How else are you going to get to the basket? How else are you going to score? You're not going to be able to do that because you can only do it this way, wide open.
If you're not contesting them, then what?
But I am going to contest them.
No. If you're not contesting them, what am I supposed to do?
Score.
Okay, then.
Man.
If they're not contesting him and he's making it 40% of the time, he's doing his job. Salute to Bilal Coulibaly. Keep shooting 45. Matter of fact, come back next year and shoot 45%. If they're not going to guard him, keep shooting.
You can't just say, "Oh, he's wide open, so he's not shooting." This is my only point. I'm not up here trying to argue that he's.
You're not trying to argue what? I'm with you. I'm with you, Big Ox.
I'm not finna
focus, Big Ox. Focus, Big Ox. What are you not trying to argue? What are you not trying to argue, Big Ox? We talking about a rookie.
I'm not trying to say that. I'm not trying to say that he's a great shooter. Those words never came out of my mouth.
Right.
All I'm trying to get across is this: if you tell me somebody's not a good shooter just because somebody, if I'm leaving somebody open, right? Let's rewind. If every team in NBA is leaving this guy open,
I'm wide open.
Not
Big
a threat. He's not a threat. Right. Chill.
Wide open. I'm wide open.
He's not a threat. Leave him wide open. He's banging 40%. So you're telling me we're just at this point we're just gonna keep letting him shoot? We're not closing out on this guy, and then I'm supposed to is that what we're saying? That we're just gonna keep
because he only takes 2 of them. That's a sign of a lack of confidence. If you're being left wide open and you only take 2 of them when you're being left open 20 times, that means A, you're still not a very confident shooter. B, the whole point I'm making is when I say someone's not a good shooter, shooting is a skill. We understand shooting is a skill. So if there's multiple aspects to shooting and you only do one of them well, overall, you are not a good shooter. The skill of shooting, he's not very good. That's the point I'm making. There's a reason why when he's guarded on jump shots, he shoots 32% because he's not a very good shooter. And then it gets even worse if you ask him to shoot off the dribble. So my whole point is he's not a good shooter. If your whole argument is when teams leave him absolutely wide open, he can make 2 out of 5. That makes him a good shooter.
From one spot, Mars. From
then
one
I think
spot.
that's stupid.
From one spot. That's it. There's no arguing nowhere else.
Someone who can only do one thing, and they barely do it, but when they do it, they make it 40% of the time. But every other regard where you ask them to shoot, they're terrible. That's not a good shooter. By any stretch of the imagination, that's not a good shooter. There's no argument for that person to be a good shooter. He barely shoots. He only makes them when he's wide open. He can't do it any other way. But you're going to tell me he's a good shooter because he has a decent percentage? That's dumb.
There's no way that you are having me be a good scorer if I can only score with my left hand. I can only score on the right side of the floor, and I can only score when I'm wide open.
So check me out, Chill. Chill. Check me out. Mars, I get everything that you're saying. I get it. As the overall shooter, he's probably not a good shooter. But his job on this team is to catch and shoot threes. As a catch and shoot 3-point shooter in that specific category, he is a good shooter, and he's doing his job this season. I don't care if you're being left open. I don't care if you're shooting over a double team. If you're shooting 40% from the corner, kudos to you. You are doing your job this year, and you're a good shooter. As a matter of fact, you're an above average shooter. As a matter of fact, you're doing better than most other people would in the corner. So that's what I'm getting at.
So when I said he's not as good as the percentages suggest, he's not a 40% shooter.
No, he is a 40% shooter. He is a 40% shooter.
Well, actually, no, he's not. I looked it up. He's 37.6.
It's 37. It's
So
37.
he's not.
And he's also not shooting just
not
two.
as good of a
He's also
shooter
not
as
shooting
the
just two.
ones
He's
that-
shooting closer to three.
Why did you
Why
say
are we
he was a
disagreeing?
40% shooter then? You're the one who said you're the one who told us he
well,
was.
he shoots 42% in the corner. So when I say
Okay,
he's not
well,
as
you're
good
you're
of a
the
shooter,
one. You're the one who told us.
when
that
I
he was a 40%
said
shooter,
he's
so
not as
I'm
good
like,
of a
okay, you are
shooter as the
40% shooter.
percentages suggest, he's not a 40% type of shooter. Why are we
Even
disagreeing?
37.
If Ron just
If
said
you
all that,
shoot 37,
say,
even 37,
if you shoot
37, he's still a
if you
good
shoot
40%
40% from anywhere,
we can go to the next
40
super chat as well. Cool. Whatever.
we'll go after I get this off. When you're a 40% shooter, then you're a 40% shooter. It's just that simple.
It's
That's
not,
simple.
but
That's
whatever.
simple. I don't care.
I don't think.
I don't care who. I don't care if you're open. I don't
nuts.
care if you're contested. If you shoot, Chilltown, you can't argue against that. If you shoot the ball from 40%, you're a 40% shooter. When they decide, when they start closing out on you, and then if you
No,
shoot 35%,
you just hit 40%.
you're-
You just hit 40% of those shots. That's what you did.
That's
doesn't
what that
mean
means.
you're
What the-
no, it does not mean that.
Oh
No,
my
it does not
God,
mean
bro.
I got
No,
a dentist.
it does
You guys
not
are
mean that.
wilding today.
I got a dentist.
And everybody in the chat, if you guys think that that's logical too, then y'all tripping as well.
The lack of understanding of context up
Crazy.
here is
So-
ridiculous.
What Mars?
Nuts. This is nuts.
No,
You made
'cause
40% of your shots. You made 40% of
That
them.
doesn't make you a 40% guy because not all four. That's why I say it's about respect of the opponent. If the opponents don't guard you like a 40% guy, because we understand why is 40% such a big threshold? Because 40%.
I'm not a millionaire because my business. Everybody
a
donates.
millionaire
to me.
is tangible.
Everybody
Because you
donates
have
to
$1
me.
million.
And I got a non-profit and people just give me money, so I'm not a millionaire because I really didn't hustle for it.
If teams let you
What?
shoot, if teams let you shoot and you shoot 2 for 5, and then there's someone else who teams are guarding out there, and he has to create his own
That's
shot.
not my
and he can
fault that
shoot
the
a
defense
variety
is
of
playing
ways,
me like
and
this.
he shoots
It's not
36%.
Bilal's fault.
You're
Yes,
not
it
about to
is.
tell me
Because you
he's a
can't
40%.
shoot. That's why we
This
play you.
guy's
You
not.
can't shoot.
This guy's a better shooter.
He's
You're not about to
making
do
them.
that. You're not about to do that. You're not about to tell me because
All
this
right.
guy, well, technically, his percentage is 40%. So we have
I'ma
to
say
treat him
this
accordingly.
again.
And don't forget.
I'm gonna bring it up again. All this yelling and getting hype, but when I bring up Andre Roberson,
And you
No,
brought up his,
that's
you
a
brought
bad
up- and then-
example.
and then,
it's
Damo,
not
you
a
brought-
bad
you brought up-
example.
I'm gonna
You
tell
brought
you why
up
it's
playoff-
not.
You want to know why it's not a bad
why.
example? Because you
I'ma-
watch Andre Roberson play, you know what his ability to shoot is like. But when you throw a percentage out there, you know the context of what that percentage actually is. You can hear
Damo.
he shoots on a career average in the playoffs, 35% from 3. But you know watching him, oh hell no, that's not a 35% shooter. What the hell are we talking about? He just hit those
Damo,
shots.
that's
That is
crazy. If you
that is a great example.
I don't care. My thing is this, I don't care who you are. If you shoot, so what you're telling me, Damo, is that Andre Robinson's not a 35% 3-point shooter in the playoffs? Is that what you're saying?
What I'm telling you is when I say the
That's
name
what
Andre
Mars
Roberson,
is
no.
trying to get us.
What I'm telling you is when I say Andre
percentages
Roberson,
don't mean
you
anything.
have a certain outlook on Andre Roberson because of his shooting. But when I present to you the facts that he has efficient shooting numbers in the playoffs, and I'm just using the playoffs as a sample size, he has efficient shooting numbers in the playoffs. No one up here is going to just now say,
okay, so who
Andre Roberson is actually a good shooter. Damn what I watched him do. The percentages say it, so that makes it true. You know not to say that.
No, that's not what I said
That's
about the other kid.
percentages
Damo,
aren't
what I'm saying is
That's
if
what
he
that's
shoots
being
35, if he shoots 35% from the playoffs, Damo, then he shoots 35% from the playoffs. That's all there is to it. There is no, he's not really a 35% shooter in the playoffs. Yes, the fuck he is. If he shoots 35%, then he shoots 35%. I don't give a shit if you're contested or not. That was all. Mars, I don't need you to explain it to me, Mars, because
I'm
that's
not explaining.
all
I'm asking a simple question.
I'm
asking a question. I'm not explaining anything.
I don't care
I'm
how
not
you shoot it.
explaining
I don't care
anything.
where you shoot it from.
Are
I
all
don't care about any of that.
35%
Only thing that
shooters
matters.
created equal?
That's not.
Are
That's,
all 30? Are
or
all
they all
35%
do they all shoot 35? Do they
No,
all shoot
can you
35%?
answer the question I asked?
I'm not.
Are all
I'll answer your
35%
question after
shooters
I
created
explain what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is, I'm not. You can be upset and do all this dumb shit.
Keep going, Big Ox. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, Big Ox.
What I'm saying is this, Chilltown. I'm not trying to talk about who, like, what does that percentage mean? What does this mean? All I'm saying is if you shoot 40%, I don't care if it's open. I don't care if it's not on them. All I'm saying is it's 40%. That was it. That was the only point I was trying to get across. I don't know what all the hoopla is about.
Yeah,
like,
that's fantastic.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not
Yes.
gonna discredit
So
you. And that's it, Morris. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so
I'm not gonna discredit.
I understand. Can you ask my
Okay,
question?
cool. I'm not gonna discredit somebody because the defense didn't close out on it. That's all I'm saying. Like, if you're saying that a 40%, if a 40% shooter, if you're a 40% shooter, but you can't dribble, you can't shoot off the dribble. What if he's not shooting off the dribble? Who gives a damn? Like, I don't care. I'm talking about the 40% that Morris told me he was shooting.
Okay, that's fine. We understand. If you shoot 40%, yes, you shoot 40%. Whether it's off the catch, whether it's off the dribble, yes, you shoot 40%. We all agree. Everyone understands 40% doesn't change. It's 40%. Are all 40% shooters created equal?
No, they are not. And you know why I know that? You know I know that for a fact? The reason why I know that for a fact, Big Ox, because Bojan shoots 40% on the long ball line. Are we covering Bojan on the long ball line like we covering Bilal on the long ball line?
That's the whole point that was being made. Technically, yes, someone can shoot the same percentage as someone else. And that's why I keep going back to this. The same thing with the rebounding. Context matters. That's it. Not just because you shoot the same percentage doesn't mean it's created equally. That's the point.
And I gotta address one more thing.
Playoffs shot 41% from three. Kevin Durant shot 29%. We are not about to make the claim that Andre Roberson shoots better than Kevin Durant.
Mars and Damo and Chill. Mars, Damo, and Chill. And this is why Bilal's situation is a little different than everybody that we brought up. We've only seen a small sample size. The kids only played 48 games. You bringing Andre Roberson into this is absolutely disgusting because we've seen him play multiple seasons. No, just check me out. Hold on. His first season in the league, 15%. Next season, 24, 31, 24, 22, 21. And this is regular season. When you go to playoffs, now when you turn to playoffs, he shot 32% over 18 games. The 41% that he shot was over a 5-game sample size. Don't do that. That is nasty. He has, hold on, chill. He has a whole resume of him not shooting good. We've only seen Bilal do it over 48 games. I haven't seen him do it for 10 years. Andre Roberson can't shoot, and we know that over a whole career. You can't just go to a 5-game stretch and be like, well, he shot.
And Mars, that's what I was going to ask. Mars,
hold on right quick. Because I'm sure it's a 5-game stretch where he shot even better than that. I'm sure it's a 5-game stretch where Andre Roberson probably shot 80%.
And I watched Bilal.
And how was he shooting in France, Mars? How was he shooting? Exactly. Now, Ron, you proved my damn point of what I'm trying to say.
2 years?
That's a bigger sample size than 48 games of him shooting well. You just sat here and said the sample size of Andre Roberson shooting bad for an extended period of time.
That's not 10 years. That's not 10 years. He played in France for a year last year. And he's played
if you shoot 40% from three, you're a good shooter. All right, simple as that. We move on, Ron.
Okay, we
move on, Ron. Because if you shoot 40%, if you shoot 40% from the three range, you're a good shooter.
I get it. I understand.
We're talking hoop. We're being logical.
We're
if you shoot 40%,
we're not
if you shoot 40% from the three, then you're a good shooter.
That's fine.
Yeah,
you're trying to add shit to to make something that's not even here.
And prove my point.
If you shoot 40%,
you guys are dumb. No, you guys are dumb. He shot 45% from three last year. You guys are cooked. He shot 45% from three last year. You're cooked.
He couldn't shoot.
He shot 45% in the French Pro League. He shot 45%. You're cooked. Okay, you're cooked.
Ron.
I guarantee you in the French League, it wasn't just all catch and shoots. You're cooked.
Damn. Oh my God, there's no way this man's
he shot 45% from three last year.
45% is not good shooting, Ron. Let's move on.
There's no way you're
because nobody was closing out on him. So
it's impossible.
It's very impossible. You're right. Let's move on, Ron. This shit is crazy.
Money sent through a super chat and said Grave Digger Mountain in Utah.
Grave Digger Mountain in Utah.
I think that was in response to you saying what's in Utah.
In Salt Lake City. Yeah. To live out there. Because they didn't have the All-Star game in Sacramento yet.
Andra15789 said NBA team pace rankings. Dallas Mavericks 8th. Also, nobody plays defense against Luka. All his shots are uncontested. Fake is 35, 10, and 10 in
That is
NBA
not
history.
true.
What a
That is
loser.
He's saying it to troll my rebound thing.
And
Yeah,
his
that is
scoring
not
doesn't
true.
count either. His 35
that
points
is-
don't count.
His
You're
points
right.
for sure.
Right.
Napoleon Ice Cream said, shooting at higher volume of threes skews percentages. Steph Curry is not a better 3-point shooter than Steph just because he's a career 43.2% shooter compared to Steph's 42.6%. Steph is a high volume, so 42.6 is greater than 43.2 or 43.2.
No, we understand context all the time. Like Steve Kerr isn't the best 3-point shooter ever. We understand that. But the moment I say someone who's shooting 38% isn't as good as the percentages suggest, all of a sudden, well, he shoots the percentage, so he's a good shooter. No, but it's we ignore context up here, I guess.
He shot 45%.
Take the numbers for surface value. Take the numbers for surface
45%.
value. That's how we evaluate players now. Whatever you says you're averaging, ignore how it comes. We just look at the box score. This guy averages 26 points a game.
Rebound.
This guy averages 26. They're the same level of scorer. That's what we got to do now. When Bradley Beal averaged 30, and I'm a second in the league in scoring, he was the second best scorer in the league. Just ignore the context, the situation, ignore all of it. Just go off the numbers.
I'm not
The numbers
comparing
say something,
Bilal
that's how good
shooting
he
to
is.
nobody
That's the best way
else.
to do it.
I'm not
That's the best way to do it.
comparing Bilal
Mhm.
to no other elite 3-point shooter. I'm just saying if he's shooting a good percentage, he's doing his job. That's all I'm saying.
And what I'm
If they're
saying is
leaving
he's
if
not
they're
a
leaving
good
you
shooter.
open and you're shooting 37%, you're doing your job. If you're shooting 37% on catch and shoot threes, you're doing your job. And I'm assuming it's probably higher than that from catch and
Yeah,
shoot.
well, yeah, I said in the corner he shoots 43% on 42, something like that.
Ooh, that boy scorching them corners.
Yeah. Mhm.
Davion Bohannon said, what do y'all think of the improvements? Oh, well, we talked about this.
Yeah, we did this one.
That kind of led to this whole thing. Appreciate you, Davion. Nuance said, do y'all have a favorite G League player? Mine's is Kenny Lofton Jr. Who y'all like in the G League?
Deshaun Nix.
The worst NBA player to ever play. Shout out to him. Imani Bates.
Chill.
Is Jalen LeCue still in the G League?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
He got it.
I like Ron Holland on the Ignite team.
I forgot the kid name last year. I thought he was going to actually. I'm not Utah. I'm sorry. Houston had signed him to a 2-year deal. They had won the G League championship last year.
You talking about the point guard from Puerto Rico?
Yeah, 6'6" dude. I liked him.
Oh,
big
never
eye.
mind.
Deshaun Nix, right?
I don't know. Not Knicks. The other one. The other one that ran with him.
He on our team this year?
No, he actually signed with you guys. And then he got moved to Indiana. It's not Duarte. That's not that guy. I gotta go look him up. But I thought he was gonna be good.
He in Indy now?
I'm not sure if he was. I'm not sure if he's. No, not Indy. I'm sorry, Philly. That's where he was. He went from. He was on Houston's G League team last year. They wanted to. They was in the championship, and then he ended up signing an extension, and then got moved to Philly. Oh man, I forgot this kid's name.
I don't
Matt
know.
McClung? I don't know.
Not McClung.
Someone in the chat probably know. I don't know.
Hold on. I just pulled up the roster right now. Can't be Josh Christopher, is it?
Is it this year or last year?
It's last year.
Last
Josh
year.
Christopher was in the G League last year.
It wasn't Christopher. He was on.
Ty Washington?
No,
He in Milwaukee.
I'm about to say he's not.
This is last year.
he was on Houston's G League team.
Is it Jared Culver?
Nope.
They said to Kravian Smith.
That's him. That's
That's
him.
it. To Kravian?
Yeah, that's him. To Quavion. That's him.
To Kravian Smith.
Yep, that's him. Mm-hmm. That's him.
Yeah. I like Sharif Cooper. That's my guy right
Yeah,
there.
he tough.
He be getting to it.
Mm-hmm.
You've been hyping Sharif for so long.
Sharif got game.
His high school mates went crazy. And he was
College
cooking in college.
college
Yeah, and
and
he
G
was
League
cooking in
mix.
college, yeah.
Hey, everywhere Sharif done touched, he done got busy. Avery B said, "Chill. That Rockets Nets trade is solid.
No, it's
You get half
not.
the picks back, and Houston gets half.
No, it's not.
Gets half the caliber player of James Harden in 2020.
See, Avery, man. Good on you, Avery, man. That's high IQ right there. Facts.
No.
Drowsy.
Question. No.
1593 said, "Do you think the Pacers can be a real threat in the East? Maybe get to the Eastern Conference Finals?"
No.
It depends on their route. It depends on the matchups and who they end up going against.
If they can get Milwaukee first round.
So yeah, they own them. Okay, so if the season ended today, they got Milwaukee in the first round. That's who they got. They got. If the season ended today, they got Milwaukee in round 1. That's who they. That's who they end up with.
They have the Cavs or Miami in round 2.
They'd have Cleveland or Miami in round 2.
Yo, the Pacers can beat the Cavs or Miami.
That's what the love.
I mean, yeah. They can beat Miami for sure.
You heard
that's what the love stop.
Hey,
He's
They out of there. They out of there in the second round. Hey, Mike, you know what? They might could clip the Cavs, but highly unlikely.
Nope.
Damo,
you
muted,
muted. Damo, you muted. They can't close the Cavs. Nah.
Pacers are trash. I don't know what to say. Pacers are trash.
Should. I'm not gonna say plummet. I'm not gonna say plummet. They're gonna fall a little bit. I see they're at 5 right now.
6.
Sadly, I don't think we're gonna. No, they're at 5.
Who are you talking about? Indiana?
No, Philly. I'm talking about Philly.
You talking about Philly? Okay.
Yeah, Philly's gonna. I feel like Philly's gonna move down. That's gonna push Indiana up. So we're not gonna get the Indiana Milwaukee first round. So
it'll be the Knicks.
Yeah, they're not gonna.
Oh, the Knicks will overtake Milwaukee by the end of the season.
Could be, yeah.
Are we
gonna talk about this? Are we gonna talk about this four-way tie for first in the West?
4-way tie in the West. 4 teams. That's crazy, isn't it, Big Ox? That is nuts.
And the Clippers at the top of it.
As they should be, because they're the best team in the West.
It just looks weird, Mars, to see the Clippers at the top of the conference. It does. I mean, I know they was
it looks like that's where they're supposed to be, though.
I think they was in first place in 2022 at one point. In 2020, they were in first place at some point, but it just looks weird with the Clippers at the top of the Western Conference.
I said we could talk about it. I said we could talk about it in March, but hey, no sense of waiting for March. Let's talk about it now.
Damn.
I need to see the Clippers Nuggets series is like mandatory for me. I need to see that series.
Make that happen.
I don't think we really need that.
I have to see it. Personally, I have to see it.
Why do you want to see that, Mars?
It's the 2 best teams in the West. I have to see it. There's no other series that matches up. I mean, I want to see the Suns play the Clippers and the Nuggets.
Yeah, I want to see both of those too.
But the Clippers and Nuggets, it's always great when the 2 best teams in the conference meet each other, preferably in the conference finals.
That's kind of the point, right?
Yeah, I mean, but it's very rare that happens. But I need to see it because
Mars, are you
tough.
Are you on? Do you feel about Minnesota like I feel about Milwaukee? Because I very rarely hear you talking about it, and I've been trying to get you on.
I don't think they're championship contenders. So does that mean I feel about them how you feel about Milwaukee? I don't think they're going to lose in round 1. Who would they play in round 1 right now?
If the season ended today, Minnesota would play Phoenix in round 1.
Oh, so they are going home in round 1. Okay, never mind.
I don't think that they lose to Phoenix. I think
they lose. Yeah, but yeah, I'm them and OKC. I don't think they're championship contenders. I think, like I said, I think the only teams that I did say the Lakers, kind of losing hope in that. The Clippers, the Nuggets, and like maybe the Suns are the only teams I think really are championship contenders in the West. Everyone else, nah. That's not a knock on OKC or the Timberwolves. I think they're going to be tough to beat in the playoffs. I just don't think they have a chance at the championship. Personally.
Kevin Knox traded, by the way.
It depends which Suns.
Kevin Knox, no.
Yeah.
So
he got traded.
So hold up, right quick. DSG Piccolo just sent through super chat and said Jazz traded Fonteco to the Pistons for Knox in a second round from Washington and draft rights to Gabriel Procida. Wonder what trades are next.
Why would they trade Fontecchio?
Detroit, good on you. That's a good pickup.
Yeah, Fontecchio is good.
Good pickup.
No way they're going to subject him to Detroit for the rest of the year. That's tough.
I had such big hope with Kevin Knox. I thought Kevin Knox was going to be so dope.
That was a money thing, Mars. Fontecchio come off the books. Fontecchio come off the books after this year, and they're gonna have to pay him, and they don't want to lose him for nothing. And Kevin Knox, Kevin Knox has basically been a journeyman. So because Kevin Knox has been a journeyman, it just makes more sense to move off of Fontecchio because you're gonna have to pay him a lot. I mean, he's gonna.
Nah, it was the. I was about to say it was to get them rights to the kid that he just said at the end, man. That was the real still of the trade. Y'all watch out for that name.
You know about him, Damo?
Hell no.
Absolutely
That's typically how it works, though. It'll be some guy you never heard of, don't know of,
yeah.
and he messes around and gets thrown into a trade like this. Hey, man, why not?
He's another Italian. They just replaced Fontecchio with another Italian.
They know what they're doing.
He's over there playing. He's over there playing across the water right now, and they just got his. They just got.
He's in the Euro League playing for Berlin.
I'm gonna check him out. I got that Euro League pass too. Hey, so wait, Chilltown. You said that it was a money thing. Is that a money thing for Detroit to pay players that they already have, or do they think they're gonna make a run for somebody in free agency?
They think they
think somebody about to come to Detroit.
They've been trying to get their cap like
There's no way that they can. I don't think that Detroit is thinking that. I think that they're thinking we gotta build this through the draft. Detroit has always been a team that's been building it through the draft and building it through trades. Nobody's coming to Detroit. Nobody is coming to Detroit like that. I mean, Chauncey Billups was traded there. Rip Hamilton was traded there. Ben Wallace was traded there. Rasheed Wallace was traded there. Tayshaun Prince was drafted there. Nobody's coming to Detroit in free agency. That's not happening.
They're probably clearing salary to because they got to pay James Wiseman.
Andre Drummond was.
Hey, salute to Detroit. I encourage you guys to think of yourself as Detroit. You always got something great coming to you, even if you don't believe that you do.
Yo, they about to sign James Wiseman.
Yeah, they got to get James Wiseman that rookie max extension. That's when you know.
I'm really trying to think. Is there a young guy on their team right now that they have to pay? I don't think so.
Yeah, Cade.
They have to pay this offseason?
No, they don't pay Cade this offseason.
Oh, not this offseason.
Killian Hayes and James Wiseman. It's Killian Hayes and James Wiseman.
And I'm pretty sure they'll be moving off Killian Hayes.
Yeah, he does.
I'm pretty sure they're not about to throw a bag at James Wiseman. I mean, the only way I can see them trying to.
I can't wait, Damo, until I come on here. I can't wait, Damo, when I come on here and I see the James Wiseman signed a 4-year, $60 million extension in Detroit. I can't wait until I see that. I can't wait.
That's not enough, Chilton. That's only 15 mil. It's 4 years.
I can't wait.
They might give him that Jalen Brunson.
I can't wait to see Damo when I say 4 years, $75 million.
Y'all just gotta wait. Y'all just gotta wait, man. Listen, this is where it's gonna start at the draft lottery. Draft lottery is gonna start. They're gonna get shited for the number 1 pick. They're not gonna get the first pick because they don't want the first pick to go to Detroit. So they're gonna have like pick 2, 3, or 4, and they're gonna package that pick with like I don't know, Jaden Ivey, other play. Big moves coming to Detroit, man. Just watch.
Well, like today or tomorrow, or during the offseason?
No. Off season. Off season, they're gonna trade their pick because they wanted number 1. They're not gonna get number 1. They're gonna trade that pick. They're gonna trade probably 1 or 2 young guys that they don't need no more, and they're gonna go after like a name. I don't know who that name is. I don't know who it's gonna be. It's gonna be a name, and that's gonna be the market to try to get somebody to come in the free agency.
Klay Thompson, yeah.
Detroit gang, Klay Thompson. Okay, relax. I'm thinking more like Detroit's really gonna they're gonna throw all their assets at a guy like, and y'all might laugh, but a guy like Zach LaVine. They're gonna throw their assets at a guy like Zach LaVine or a star that just wants to get out of their situation, and they're gonna use that. We got Zach, we got Cade, we got Duren, we got Asor. We're trying to be like the Rockets. We just need vets. And they're gonna overpay for. Listen, Monty knows what he's doing. They're gonna overpay for a guy to come there and be the vets. Just wait, man. Tobias Harris,
who's the
$55 million to go there, man. Watch.
Yo, Chilton, who's the GM up there in Detroit?
Troy
Okay, I don't know.
Hoover, I think that's his name.
Weaver.
Wasn't he in that the camp with OKC? Like, wasn't he working with OKC's front office or whatever it was before he got there?
I don't know.
I want to say so, but I'm telling you, man, just watch. They're about to. Hey, who else was I'm trying to think of the free agency list that we just seen it yesterday.
KC, they can get KFC back.
Low key. Hey, 15 to 18 mil for KCP. Why would he say no? Come on, that's free money. 25 mil for KCP. Everybody gonna be like, what the heck? 25 mil? Did KCP go there and ball out next to Cade? Hey, man, it's a method to the madness. Just wait. Detroit, we coming, man. We coming. Detroit versus everybody.
Nuance.
All right, Damo.
Nuance said build a starting
Damo
five.
already sold me a VCR. That's broke. You think he gonna sell me another one? He not
selling the VCR in 2024. Unless you got them classic like Disney tapes or something that you're trying to watch.
Dude sold me a DVD player. Still got the DVD in it. It's broke.
I'm pulling up to the barbershop with the VCR. I'm trying to get you suck at people. Like, nah,
I'm sorry, Ron.
I'm throwing hood classics.
Ron. I apologize.
Nuance said build a starting five of players they coached. Spo, Doc, and Pop.
So Spo's starting five, of course. James, Wade,
Bosh, right?
Buckets,
and Bam.
Pop starting five. Of course, those three guys of Ginobili, Manu, Tony Parker,
Kawhi,
Leonard,
Wemby,
and David Robinson.
Wemby.
Definitely David Robinson, 100%. Who's the other? Who's the third one?
Doc Rivers.
And Doc Rivers. Oh my goodness, Doc Rivers got a bomb squad.
Chris Paul, T-Mac, Chris Paul, James Harden, T-Mac, Kevin Garnett.
Okay, so James Harden at the one, or Chris Paul at the one? Who's at the one?
Chris Paul at the one.
Okay, so Chris Paul at the one.
So James Harden not making the squad?
James Harden at the two. James Harden at the two. T-Mac at the three. T-Mac at the three. Paul Pierce at the four.
No,
KG
Joel can't play. He hurt. Joel can't play.
Okay.
Oh no, y'all bugging. I ain't gonna hold you. KG and Paul Pierce sit their asses down. I'm going Blake and I'm going Joel. What?
Benching KG.
Yo, I want to hear everybody's five. I want to hear everybody's five. Hold on. So Damo just gave his. Let me hear yours, Damo. Let me hear yours.
Mine will be Chris Paul, James Harden, Tracy McGrady. It would be Blake Griffin, then Joel Embiid.
Oh, that's crazy.
Okay, chill.
That's exactly who I got, except for take Blake Griffin out and put KG in.
Mars,
Chris Paul, James Harden, T-Mac, KG, Joel.
Ox.
He not trying to put. He putting Rondo.
He is gonna put Rondo in. Don't do
Rondo
that.
And James
Don't do that.
Look.
Don't.
We going with the Celtics starting five.
Oh my God.
And instead of Kendrick, I'm moving KG to the 5 and put T-Mac in there.
At the 4?
We run it like that. We're going Ray, Paulie, T-Mac, KG.
And he said I was trolling.
Nobody's putting Kawhi in there?
Straight trolling, Damo.
Oh, he did coach.
He did coach.
Oh, he did have Kawhi.
That's why Paul George.
Ray Allen got to sit down.
I gotta redo this.
James Harden at the one.
James
Harden at the one.
T-Mac comes off.
T-Mac at the 2. Kawhi at the 3.
Ray Allen comes
KG at the 4. Joel Embiid at the 5. Chris Paul got
so we going Ray John, T-Mac, Paulie, Kawhi, KG.
Nah, my team.
Can you name? I'm thinking about it now. Can you name a coach with a better all-time starting five?
Never.
Doc Rivers?
Never.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Maybe,
Rick, what's his name?
What am I thinking about?
Kobe, Jordan,
Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson. Kobe, Jordan,
Shaq.
Scottie,
Shaq.
I'm thinking like positional order. So Kobe, Jordan, Scottie.
Okay, so Scottie can play the one.
You're on Pau Gasol too.
Mm-hmm. Scottie can play the one.
And Shaq.
Pau and Shaq, Kobe, Jordan, Scottie.
Versus, and now we're not. All right, now I'm not trolling. All right, so now we got to actually put a lineup together. We got to put a real lineup out there.
I think Doc would have the best roster.
James. I think he would have to put James Harden.
And we get these guys in their prime, or we get these when he coached them.
When he coached them, I don't think
we get him in their prime.
When he coached
them,
I'm not giving you number 32 in Utah. I'm not giving you number 32 in Utah.
Yeah, because that's where I'm going, Mark. That's what I'm going. We get him in the prime. This is ugly.
Nah. When he coached them,
like Gary Payton too. No, we ain't doing that.
Come on, that's crazy. Okay, well, when they coached them, I think Doc probably got it then.
Doc probably got a better one. But starting 5.
Kobe starting 5. No. Phil
starting 5. I'll give it to Phil. But like 1 through 10, like a whole team.
The whole team, Doc's better. Yeah. Yeah, saying it out loud. Yeah,
that's why he's not a top 30 coach of all time, man. I did the list on Open Gym yesterday. 30 coaches. He's not top 30.
Doc Rivers.
Damn, Doc starting to lose me for real. Damn.
He got Giannis. Doc has Giannis.
Oh
shit.
Have Giannis. Oh damn.
And Dame. I mean, respectfully.
We good. But he got Giannis.
Okay.
Oh, that's
For sure got Giannis.
Yo, what's going on with Doc? Yo, I'm trying to figure out what's happening with Doc. What Doc got on him, yo? Think about what over the last, we're in 2024, since 2007, 2008, Doc Rivers has coached Rondo, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, KG, Blake Griffin, Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan. Let's see, James Harden. Don't forget that team with James Harden. Wasn't Russell Westbrook on that team too?
No, he ain't coaching.
No. That was in Houston.
Okay,
that was Houston when they were together.
Yeah. He had James Harden in Philly. He had James Harden in Philly.
So yeah, James Harden, Joel Embiid in Philly, in the Clippers. Yeah, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and now he's got Giannis and Dame. What the hell is Doc? Must be living right, yo. Doc got
he wouldn't.
And T-Mac in Orlando too.
And he had Tracy McGrady in Orlando.
Don't forget,
there's a lot of top 75 players.
But look, Damo, if he had any sense, if he had sense enough to just be quiet while eating dinner, he would have had Tim Duncan too.
He would have had Tim Duncan too. He's straight.
Damn, that wasn't even him talking. If he would just let that man wife on a plane, just let the man family come. Just let the man family on a plane.
I would have said yeah, and then crawfish today, like, nah, she can't fly.
Damo, please help me out.
At the very least.
Was it really that simple? If I'm being honest with you, Damo, please help me out, brother. Was it really that simple? Yeah, she can come.
It was that simple. I feel like
Tim Duncan.
Not no damn. And rules can be amended. We can change rules.
Yes,
Tim Duncan is a very simple man. I think that was a simple request, just like how Kawhi asked, "Hey man, if you want me to be a Laker, shut the hell up. Don't leak it. Just don't leak me with the Lakers. I don't want none of the drama." What happened? Shit get leaked. I'm going to the Clippers. It's that simple. With simple players, simple things is the solution. Is it simple as that?
Simple.
Yeah.
It was that
definitely
simple.
At the same time, though, like, don't get me wrong. Doc should have did what he had to do to get Tim Duncan.
You don't want to give someone special treatment, man.
But I'm like, I like that rule though. I like that rule though. I don't want wives on the plane. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so much could go wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's just
like such as.
Like somebody saying the wrong thing to somebody's wife and getting slapped on the plane. Like,
but I don't think
it was tempers flare after a loss. You know what I'm saying? Anything can happen. So I understand the rule, but if you're gonna break it for anybody, it's Tim Duncan.
But I don't think the rule not the rule, but was he not just asking for like a specific reason, like a specific event for her to fly? I think it was for the season.
That's it. Can my family fly on road trips? That's what and not every game.
Okay.
He was just asking, yo, if we going on a 6-game road trip, yo, can I bring my wife with me? Something like that. We going on a 4-game road trip. Can I bring my wife with me? I'm thinking to myself, there's no way it's that simple, but it is.
That's crazy.
Worst come to worst, we gonna
for Tim Duncan. She on that plane.
Worst come to worst.
She is.
Can we charter her another PJ or something?
That's what we're not chartering her anything. She getting on the plane with us.
We can fund her flight. We're
not funding anything.
They're not even together no more, too. That's tough.
Okay, first of all, we're not funding her.
Doc knew.
This relationship ain't gonna last. I'm not changing.
She's not for you, big dog.
She's not doing that.
Yeah,
because I don't need you guys to
fund this ain't gonna last.
So she got me.
No, he told him, no, we're not gonna put her in the air. She for the streets. This ain't gonna last. Doc seen it.
Yo, can my wife fly with us? Hey, big dog, let me tell you something about your girl real quick. That's what really happened.
Come here.
He just say no. He was trying to have a heart.
Come to my office and sit down.
Let me talk to you real quick about these women and us basketball players. That was a younger Doc too. Doc was probably fresh out the league at that time around. Oh yeah. Let me help you, young blood. Let me tell you about these women.
I know what you think about her.
That's what messed it up.
Hey, Doc was
that was before his voice changed too. Before the gravel voice.
I'm gonna season you with this game, young fella. Close the door.
You're right though, Damo. I don't think I think his last year was 95. That was in 2000, 2001. So he had barely been out the league 5 years.
He still felt like a player. Literally. Let me tell you what I used to do for my wife when we used to flop. Let me put you on game real quick. Yeah, that's what messed it up.
Oh man, T-Mac should have fired on Doc. I just want to get that off real quick. T-Mac should have put hands on Doc. Him and Grant Hill, they should have been like, "Hey, yo, coach, can we holler at you real quick? Come in."
Well, here's the difference, though. Here's the difference, though, Big Ox. And I know we got to read these super chats, Ron, but the difference is this was like maybe a couple of years ago. T-Mac just found out about this. Like, this wasn't something that he knew back then when it happened. He literally just found out about this a couple of years ago.
Well, a couple of years ago, he should call Grant like, "Hey, Grant, let's go talk to Doc."
Facts. I'd have been in the next game. I'd have bust his ass on national television.
No, because Damo, because this is my thing. If I'm T-Mac, I'm like, yo, we got kids putting James Harden above me in this list. If I could have got that ring with Tim Duncan, I'm slapping this. Oh, he should have slapped. He should have slapped the voice back in the Doc. Yeah, he should have slapped the gravel out of stall, Ron.
Smokey sent through a super chat and said on 2K it says that New York has the Pistons pick this year, 2024. Is that why the Pistons tried to win games this year? New York with the #1 pick.
It's
Pistons tried to win games.
2K doesn't include the protections on their picks. That's the problem.
I might say that's protected. That pick's protected.
The pick's protected. Yeah.
Wait. Did that super chat say that the Pistons tried to win games this year?
On 2K.
Yeah, they did. They tried to win. They just failed.
Oh, yeah, that first, 15, 20, they was trying their asses off. They just kept.
I remember they started 2-9, and I was like, really? They're like,
we were up here.
They're
way better than their record. Like, honestly, if you look back
and then they proceeded to not win for 2 months. I was like, okay, maybe they just not good.
Oh, that was a great 2 months. Shout out to Detroit.
They
what
might
up,
have the most blown leads this year. Like the most blown leads going into the fourth quarter.
And the Toronto Raptors threw a monkey wrench in it. The Toronto Raptors threw it because we was on our way to 40 straight. We were on our way to 40 straight.
That was right after Toronto just traded OG. So they they didn't have RJ Barrett, but they didn't have OG. And then they lost. So like, yay, Detroit win.
No, because Chill, we were on Chill with Chill. Really counting games like they could really lose 40 straight.
Yes. And the Toronto Raptors threw a monkey wrench. They threw a monkey wrench in it. I was about to see 40 straight. No doubt about it. It was about to be 40 straight losses.
Sorcerer said, NY natives have no good teams. Knicks have been asked my whole life, and the Nets can't get better with a front office that literally has terrorists running it.
Oh, he's talking basketball. I'm about to be like, you must be like 7 because you can't be talking about football. I mean, Yankees or the Giants. The Giants won two Super Bowls in my lifetime. I'm like, this nigga got to be 13.
The Rangers.
The Knicks made the second round that one time. Sorry.
Brian Holiday said, I actually like that offer, Mars.
Of course he does.
Was it because that Knicks team that was going to do something right, but that was that Indiana with J.R. Smith couldn't hit the side of the barn?
That was Indiana, 13, right? 2013.
Mm-hmm. I believe so. J.R. Smith just fell asleep. He needed some Hennessy.
It happens, man. It happens.
Marquivian Black said Tatum and Clay shooting at the same efficiency, and his rebounds are inflated.
Unethical boards.
Nah.
Unethical game. How about that? I'm telling you, I'm pushing it. I'm pushing it already, Damo. Unethical buckets. I've already started.
I'm glad.
I've already started.
And speaking of Kyrie, ethical buckets.
Super ethical.
Ethical buckets. Yeah. Kyrie.
Archive Shot said, Mars, who is your GOAT and why? I heard it changed.
It used to be LeBron. It changed from him. I don't know who it is though. I don't know, but it's not LeBron anymore. That's
and this is a classic example, Ox, of you can stick around too long and people can start seeing like warts on your forehead and in your face, and then you ain't as good looking as you used to be. If you would have bowed out a little bit earlier.
But that don't work for Bron. That don't work for Bron, though.
I don't think it does neither.
Bron sticking around has actually helped his case.
This is a classic example.
He's swaying me. He's swaying me. I'm telling you. I can't wait for this season to be over so I can make this new top 10 list. I'm sorry, Scotty. You might be out of there.
Oh no.
I love you, dog. I love you, Scotty. You always be an honorable mention to me.
I ain't gonna lie. If I'm Bron after this season, I'm declining the player option. I'm going like Charlotte. I'm stat padding. Damn a ring. I'm just running them numbers.
And just
At
and
40
also-
years old, I'm averaging 45 at 40 years old. I'm about to create a new narrative for where I'm to go.
I just wanted to be known. LeBron hasn't moved down because of the recent years. I just went back and watched the early years, and I changed my opinion on that version of LeBron.
Just so you know, Big. That's fair. Just so you know, Big Ops. I heard Dub say yesterday because they were talking. I was listening to Open Gym yesterday, and I heard them talking on Open Gym, and they were talking about the triangle offense. And Dub was downgrading the offense, and he said Scottie Pippen wasn't this great offensive player, and I almost crashed my car when he said that.
Dub was trying. Yeah, Dub was trying.
Almost crashed my car.
Dub was trying.
I was like,
I went on playback with Jalen and Seven, and we hashed all the stuff out from the 90s. We worked on some things.
He said Scottie Pippen wasn't a great offensive player. Mars, I almost crashed my car yesterday.
I was there. I disagreed with him when he said it. I disagree with him.
You crazy, Dub? That was a lunatic.
Dub be saying anything and then just masks it with illegal defense and thinks he's talking about it. Like he'll say anything. He'll say the most crazy thing. He'll be like, "Well, with illegal defense, you just go 1-on-1." And it doesn't count.
That's exactly what he's saying.
Pay attention to Dub. When Dub talks about the 90s, he'll just say something outlandish and then say illegal defense and thinks he could. That's what
he has, but Mars, he has good intentions though.
No, he was a lunatic with this right here.
Demonize every other generation other than the 2000s and now.
Yo, if you haven't liked the video yet, go ahead and slap that like button. Playback.tv, Player's Choice. Join our room. Follow us. You will be able to catch Chilltown tonight. He will be watching the Atlanta Hawks and the Boston Celtics at 7:15 Eastern time. You guys be sure to tune in. Go support Chilltown. Go support Player's Choice. And a good way to support us is to also go to playerschoicemerch.com. Go ahead and grab you something. I promise you, your merch will get there faster than it's gotten.
Big Ox. I think we could actually be really good like poster boys for Player's Choice merch if we actually had some, right? Considering we would be really good poster boys for them if we actually had some to show to people. Like, yo, check me out. I mean, that's just an idea. I'm just saying.
I never thought of it that way.
No, I'm just saying.
Whatever. Jamaica's Choice said Luka got that prime Westbrook rebounding. LA Clippers first.
He's worse than Russ. Russ is a better rebounder than Luka.
Jamaica's Choice also said that's unethical rebounding. Prophet Bob about LA Clippers.
He did say that over the summer. He was like, yo, the Clippers
gonna be lucky guess. That's all. Lucky guess.
I was with you. Not as passionately, but I was with you.
Smokey said, "Yo, Damo, would you bring back D Wright, or would you bring D Wright back home for Gabe? He's on an expiring, won a chip. How you feel about him as a point of attack defender off the bench?
Where is he right now?
I'm definitely all for him. Any point guard that's a great defender to come off the bench. Him, Chris Dunn, Dennis Smith Jr., any one of those guys, I'll be happy with getting. Who do you want to chip with?
DeLon Wright. DeLon Wright is not a champion. I know that.
I'm not saying that's what I'm asking. Who do you want to championship with?
His brother is a champion. His brother won a championship.
Darrell won with the Heat.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
talk about bringing Darrell back.
The only D Wright I know is like DeLon in the league.
Hey, bring Darrell back.
That's what I was going to ask.
I knew I wasn't bugging.
When did he win? Where was he at?
Where's DeLon anyway? Toronto,
He's in Washington.
He in Washington.
Oh yeah, get him out of there. That's cool. Don't do DeLon like that. Free DeLon for sure.
Manny Too Fresh said, "Hey yo, Elron for leaving Mars hanging during playback yesterday. Dylan Brooks cost that game. Jalen was cooking. Give him the last shot."
Not only did you leave Mars hanging, you got in the chat and start talking mess. That was crazy, Ron.
One was such an L. Then my Wi-Fi cut out in the clutch. I disconnected, had to come back. Oh, it was tough, man.
See, my Wi-Fi cut out before the clutch came. So,
and then you just never returned.
All right, my Wi-Fi never returned either.
That emoji, that Kobe emoji, you guys do know that they're unveiling his statue tomorrow in Los Angeles.
For real?
Yes, sir. 2/8/24. They're going to unveil the Kobe Bryant statue in Los Angeles tomorrow.
You guys seen that the Lakers are wearing Kobe themed jerseys too, Mama themed?
Oh, so now they're going to win. So who they playing tomorrow?
No, it's the actual opposite. We're going to lose now.
LeBron gonna make it about him and go. He gonna go score like 40 for Kobe.
When we put those jerseys on, we lose.
Then they win the NBA. Then y'all win the championship with them jerseys?
No.
Oh wait, they're playing the Nuggets.
We lost that game. We put those jerseys on. We won the next game.
Yo, this is a whole different jersey.
They're playing the Nuggets tomorrow. Ooh, that's tough.
We're gonna lose.
Why you say that?
When we put Mamba jerseys on, we lose. I'm telling you.
Every time the Nuggets have the opportunity to like secure the 1 seed, they fold. So
all right, so we got 2 folding situations. So let's see who folds more. I'm telling you now, though. Typically, we
they got to do it for Kobe though, Damo.
Hey, we had to do it for Kobe and we had to do it for Kobe in the bubble, and we ended up losing with the bubble.
Didn't you have them jerseys on when Anthony Davis hit that buzzer beater
against the Nuggets? Well,
against the Nuggets. Yes, against the Nuggets. Yes.
What was Miles? That was Miles Plumlee, right? Or Mason?
Yes.
Who was?
Yes.
Miles,
it was Miles Plumlee.
It was Mason.
What the hell was Miles Plumlee do? What Mason? One of them. What was that Plumlee boy doing?
Blame the whole
right
family.
there?
Yeah, blame the whole
family.
family.
That was crazy.
Blame everybody.
Just walk.
Yeah, blame the family.
Walk to the corner. You won't even hit him. Hell of a shot though, AD. Hell of a shot.
They want him. They want
to. Hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm scarred from the finals. I wanted us to win the actual chip in the jerseys, and we lost in what was it? Game.
They was 5-1 in the
game 5.
Those jerseys apparently. So dumb as
and the one that we lost was the important one. So hey, I'm wrong though.
You're winning tomorrow. I know for a fact you're winning tomorrow.
We're losing.
The Nuggets are gonna lose every time they have a chance to take the number 1 seed. They lose. It's a big night. LeBron's gonna make it about him for Kobe.
We're on a 3-game win streak. We're 1 game below Dallas to get the 8th seed. We're gonna lose.
Nah, we'll be back here on Friday.
Damo ain't a real fan, just negative.
You gotta.
When I sit here and when I have faith in our team, I'm a delusional Lakers fan. When I be honest about the Lakers, I'm not a real Lakers fan.
What do y'all want?
What you started? Fucking jersey. I'm wearing it. What you started?
This is what you started.
My glorious kings are right behind me.
This is what you
at all times over my shoulder. What do you want from me? When I'm honest, I'm not a real fan. But when I be real about how I feel, I'm delusional. Eat a Frank. Eat a Frank.
This is your fault.
Eat a Frank.
This is what you started. You done got my man blood pressure.
Bag of Vienna sausages.
Jesus Christ, bro.
That's what you did.
That's
you got
crazy,
my man blood pressure up. But y'all done started. See what you started?
Eat a Frank.
At least
yeah, y'all should probably leave Damo alone today.
Put some sauerkraut on it.
That's even worse. Anyhow, Smokey said, Mars, I like the conviction, bro, but I'm not into discrediting points and rebounds, my guy. By your logic, they have to be contested to be good.
Do you listen to the words I say?
Nothing at all. Not one word, Mars.
Apparently, I don't listen because I was just.
Can we not go back down this alley, Mars? We just went. We were just in this alley, knuckling up, right? Can we not go back down this alley?
I never said the stuff doesn't count. My whole point is when we're talking about the skill of doing these things, whether that's shooting, scoring, rebounding, looking at the box score to tell you how good someone is at something is devoid of all context. Because if you look at the rebounding totals, you'd be led to believe some people are better rebounders than they are. When you look at them from a skill perspective, they don't box out. They don't put a body on people. They don't actually rise up above people and get contested rebounds. But the numbers just show how many they come down with. Same thing with 3-point percentage, same thing with points per game, same thing with assists per game. I never discredited the rebounds. I never said they didn't count. I never said he didn't get them. I'm saying context matters for every single stat you see on the box score. Same thing with blocks. Same thing with steals. We had the steals conversation yesterday about steals leaders being considered great defenders or whatever the case may be. It's all about context. If you can't understand that and you somehow are misconstruing what I'm saying, that's on you. But I don't know how much.
Are you saying El basketball?
Yes, I've been saying that. I tried to tell people. I tried to tell people that last year when I seen Markel Fultz get an assist by giving the ball to Franz Wagner on the logo, he did 4 moves and got a layup and he got an assist. I was like, watch the games and see how these stats are accrued and make your own opinion. I've been trying to tell people that for as long as I can remember, but somehow I'm the crazy one. Like, I don't know what more you want me to say. Watch the games. Like, that's it. Watch them.
El Basketball.
Smokey said Dante Exum is a 32% 3-point shooter. He got 7 threes against the Lakers. Team scheme to leave him open, but he gets hot.
Respect
but Dante Exum is actually sorry though.
Like, hey, Dante Exum is
not
48% this season. He really one of the best shooters in the league.
Let's not forget Dante Exum is actually sorry. I couldn't believe it when I seen he was back in the NBA this season.
Dante Exum,
you not rocking with Dante Exum?
I'm about to say, what Dante do to you?
Dante didn't got better, by like a lot.
Well, and that's one thing I will say. Like I'm if he improved, I'm happy for him. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of you, kid. If you can stick in the league, by all means get that paper. But the Dante Exum I know that obviously don't know, but the Dante Exum that I'm aware of is sorry as hell. But if you got better, like that's
he got set up, man. Dante got set up.
You gonna start about a 2K storyline? I'm gonna stand.
No, damn that. The 2K storyline got picked up on the hype. He got set up by his own manager. Wait, was it Rob Pelinka? It might have been Pelinka at the time. Because wasn't Pelinka Kobe's manager? Yeah, was he? It was Pelinka then. He had the same agent as Kobe, and then everybody started drawing the comparisons and saying he was Australian Kobe. He's gonna be the next one up. He has Kobe's manager. He has the game. I remember this. I remember vividly that was the narrative going around about Dante Exum. And then the 2K thing happened.
Man. I'm gonna be honest. 2K
they added to it.
Why
2K fueled it.
He was like your arch rival in the 2K storyline.
So his rookie year, like before he even got in the league, they did a whole like thing where he is your nemesis. He's your rival. You're supposed to be the next man up, and he's your rival. That's the guy. Hyped him up to be mid. He was mid that year. He trash.
He was a lottery pick.
He did get hurt in like his second year though. To be fair, that kind of
he was spending too much time. He was spending too much time on 2K playing against himself, so he wasn't in the gym.
Almighty Lambo said Mars versus everybody today. P.S. Can we not talk about Okoro, please?
Yeah, man. Shout out to, what's Okoro shooting from 3 this year? Let's see.
He's been a lot better defensively though.
And
I did see him knock.
Hey, 38%, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Okoro was snapping.
And I did see him knock down a couple of shots, Mars. Yes, he did.
Man, who needs a money baits, man? Who needs a money baits, man?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but chill town. We talked about that with Cleveland though. Donovan Mitchell got to keep trusting his teammates, keep penetrating and kicking. Yep. It's gonna fall. It's gonna happen, and it definitely happened. We definitely spoke about that.
It's gonna happen until they play Indiana. Nassim Perry said, "Is Draymond a good shooter? Because he's leading in 3-point percentage for the Warriors.
What's his percentage?
Draymond's at like
what's his 3-point percentage?
He's at 41.
Well, then this year, yes, this year
he's shooting a piss out the ball this year, but he's making them. Salute to Draymond.
Well, this is my only thing when it comes to it too, and I definitely understand the volume thing. Like 100%, I do understand that. So don't get me wrong. But even if you're shooting 1-3 a game, let's say you shoot 1-3 a game for 10 games straight, and you make 4 of them. I mean, that's good shooting. Like I can't discredit that.
Okay. If you're making 1-3, you shooting 4 and you make 1. Is that what you're saying?
No, you shoot one every game.
If you just shoot one every game,
and
you make 4 threes in 10 games, but you only took 10 threes.
If you only shot 10, like
shooting, that's good shooting. That's what he's saying.
That's good. That is good shooting. I'm not now. Obviously, it doesn't have
the long ball. That's terrible.
We don't need to go back to this. We can just agree to this.
Yes, we do.
I'm not trying to go back to it. All I'm trying to say is I understand that it's not having a crazy impact on the game, you know what I'm saying? But what's more important, well, not more important than making the shot, but what is just as important is how is the defense reacting to that? If you by you being able to do that, if you do start getting teams to close out to you, if you do start, because that's all it is, spreading the defense. Like for Klay Thompson, I was saying that earlier this season. Like if the defense does start closing out, if the defense does start respecting that 3, then that's good. That's a good thing. Anytime on offense you can make the defense move, but if it's just cutting through or if it's standing in the corner, if the defense has to respect it, then that's good shooting. That's it. That's all. You know, I understand though. El Basketball, 100%. Always and forever, El Basketball. Always and forever, El Basketball for sure.
Be True 23 said Doc's all-time team might have Giannis off the bench. LOL.
We running a big lineup.
100%.
We running Giannis in 3. We running a big lineup. We putting James Harden, Kawhi. He might got to come off the bench. James Harden, Kawhi, Giannis, KG, Embiid. We running big.
Giannis came into the league as a small forward.
Yeah, we running the biggest lineup.
He was 3-man when he first showed up.
Buck Mars. Harden coming off the bench.
He got moved to the 4 because
Harden ain't even making the team.
Yeah, I need I need one elite playmaker on my team. Well, one elite passer on my team.
You got Rajon Rondo.
Oh,
Yeah, but
You got Rajon Rondo and Chris Paul.
He not starting either. If we got Giannis, Kawhi, Embiid, and KG, you bring a T-Mac off the bench.
So Ray Allen got to start for the shooting. Then that what we saying?
Yeah, T-Mac.
Hey, all I know is Doc Rivers got 2 starting 5s.
Oh, he got a squad. This is crazy.
Bombs, not a squad, Ox, a bomb squad.
Is
He ain't been
DeAndre
in
Jordan
the
on the
conference
team?
finals in 10 years.
Is DeAndre Jordan making the squad?
Yeah, he gonna be like he gonna be that center at the end of the bench cheering.
DeAndre Jordan ain't making my squad over Kendrick Perkins.
I'm saying Kendrick Perkins. We need that. We need a body down there. It's crazy.
They both
Shout
gonna be
to
on the
DJ.
end of that bench, taking up 2 seats apiece.
And to think he almost had Tim Duncan. God,
He actually had not almost. He had him. He gave him away. Duncan had
and
two
Grant
super-
was pretty
wouldn't
much
call
cooked
Tim
at that
Duncan
point.
the greatest power forward ever if he played under Doc Rivers. That's crazy.
Damo, it can't. It
He
could
could have ruined Tim Duncan's career.
He would have ruined Tim Duncan's career.
It could not have been that simple, Damo. It couldn't have been.
Yo, Tim Duncan and T-Mac smacking Shaq and Kobe. Let's just get that out the way.
No, but
Hey,
not
so
with
hold
Doc
on.
Rivers coaching him. He's gonna
Hey,
make
so
the
So are
best.
you telling me that all I got to do is ask for Friday? Damo, can I get Thursday off? That's all I'm asking.
Hell no,
Can I
bring
have-
your ass
can I
to
have-
work.
can I have-
No
can
one
I have
else.
Thursday
No one
off?
else gets Thursdays off. You can't get him either.
Is it that simple? It's really that
What?
simple. All I got to do
So
is
the
ask for
best thing that
Thursday
ever
off.
happened to Tim Duncan was Doc not letting his
Yes.
wife on the plane.
Yes.
The best thing that ever happened to Tim Duncan was Doc trying to give him a heart-to-heart about his wife at the time.
Yo, boy,
That's the
come
best
on
thing.
over here. Let's take a walk, son.
Whole time, Doc thought he was giving him some game. It was gonna help him recruit him. Like, yeah, I'm giving give this young fella some game. He's gonna respect it. He'll be here. Nope.
Now look at here. These women, brother, these women. All right, Winner with the super chat said, can we talk about the games last night that the Wolves and the Bulls, or that Wolves and Bulls game was amazing?
It was.
Sure
It was fantastic. Mars, you keep trying to sell me that this half court offense is not a problem. The problem is they have a 3rd-year shooting guard who doesn't close, and they got a long ball shooting big man who doesn't go to the rim nearly as much as he should because the lane is open.
The half-court problems. That's
No.
the reason the half-court offense is cooked.
Okay, here's the problem, Mars. The problem is that I think 5 of the last 6 games, they've had a double-digit lead going into the 4th quarter, which means that we can score no problem.
No, it's the
problem-
closing half-court. When defenses tighten up and it's
Okay.
time to lock in, they can't score.
Okay, but we still getting the same looks. So the idea, here's the problem I'm having with you, Mars. We still getting the same looks. The action is not different in the 4th quarter as it is in the 2nd quarter. The action is not there. I'm watching this team yesterday squander a 23-point lead. Why? Because all Chicago did was speed up the game. That's all they did with turnovers. It wasn't like that they were running more action than they were running previous.
They turned the ball over.
And Minnesota was turning the ball over in transition. Why? Because they're an average transition team. That's one of their main problems. That's number 1, Mars. Number 2, your man, who I've become fond of as of late. How about you get in the stance, Jaden McDaniels? How about you slow Kobe White down? I understand.
Hey, man, Kobe White a bucket, man.
I understand that. I understand that this league is hard in terms of slowing guys down. You 6'8", you one of the better perimeter defenders in the game. Kobe White should not be looking at you like you fool, calling for the basketball. This dude can't cover me. He should not be looking at you like that. At some point, get in the stance, Ron. And I know that's your man. He's a Seattle or I think he's from Washington. He's a hometown favorite. Yo, get in a stance, and slow this dude down because he got cooked yesterday. That is
you guys talking about Jaden?
He's
Yes.
talking about Jaden McDaniels, yeah.
That is unacceptable.
Let's talk about the fact that Alex Caruso had Anthony Edwards in jail.
Had him shut down last night, Mars. Had him slowed
yeah.
down. Yes, he did.
That's what you call defense.
And
what Alex Caruso was doing, that's defense.
And on top of that, when Kobe White gets off the basketball, how about this for an idea? You got a scorer who's hot when he gets off the basketball. Don't let him get the ball back. But instead, he just was walking right back over to DeMar DeRozan. Hey, yo, give me the ball. And he gets the ball right back. There's no way to throw these guys off rhythm. There's no real pressure on these guys. Jaden McDaniels has Kobe White on the right wing, just running right past him. No rim protection because Rudy Gobert, he got to deal with Drummond on the block, and he got to deal with Drummond on the glass, so he can't really rim protect as much as he would like because these guys are just getting downhill. It was incredible last night to watch that. Incredible.
Yeah, the Bulls going big also did cause some problems with Drummond and Vooch. That did cause some problems. So
I did see that in the highlights. I did see them two on the floor together. That was dope. I real quick, because once again, I didn't watch the game. So being a box score merchant here, El Basketball. So I can understand you saying like he played really good defense, great defense, made the guy work. But can he say that he locked somebody that had 40 or 38?
No. The first half and the second half are two different games. That's
completely different. Completely different.
Those switches you get in the first half don't exist in the second half, and it's time to lock in.
So he got his buckets in the first half.
Alex Caruso was guarding Anthony Edwards, and there was no switches, and he was fighting through every pick. 2 picks on a possession, he's fighting. 3 picks, he's switching on to everyone. That's when Anthony Edwards couldn't do nothing. First half, we'll give it to him. All right, cool. Good work.
Okay. So he got his buckets early.
To add to Mars' point, that's exactly what was happening. Not only is he fighting over those screens, Anthony Edwards is getting the ball back with 6 seconds on the shot clock. Anthony Edwards is getting the ball back. Yes, he's 26 feet away from the basket. He's getting the ball with 6 seconds on the shot clock. That was great defense from Alex Caruso. And on top of that, when they were starting the offense, Alex Caruso is right in front of them at the top of the key. The action that they were getting, it was good action. The problem was Alex Caruso stayed pinned. And Big Ox, you're a big fan of this. He stayed pinned to Anthony Edwards. Once Anthony Edwards got off the ball, he was not letting him get the ball back. And when he did get the ball back, he was 26, 27 feet away from the basket with the shot clock at 7, 8 seconds.
That's all you can ask for in a defender.
Yes.
Like if I can get you to move the ball, make you turn a couple times, and you don't get the ball back to 5, 6, 7 seconds on the shot clock, that's good. Even if you score in those 6 seconds, like hit a tough shot, that's great defense. I'm always happy with that.
I'll live with that.
Keeping it pushing, y'all. Melo Williams said Shea and Lauri Markkanen balled last night.
Mars, and I watched the last half of that. The last half of that game, Mars, that interior defense in Oklahoma City, I wouldn't be surprised come playoff time if they got bounced in round 1. I'm not saying that they lost. If they got bounced in round 1, that would not surprise me at all. It wouldn't. Because you get whatever you want. You get whatever you want against them dudes in the interior. What they try to do is they try to mask it with small ball, but then they get beat up in the interior. See, unlike with the Warriors, they could stretch the defense with Steph, with Clay, with guys like that. They could stretch. Oklahoma City doesn't have those kind of long ball shooters. And on top of that, you switch in Lauri Markkanen and Cason Wallace. What the hell we doing?
Keontae George.
Oh, my God.
DSG Piccolo said, the Lakers allegedly think they have a chance to get Donovan Mitchell this summer, which affects them trying to trade for an impact player in the next 24 hours.
Oh, boy.
Good. When is the trade deadline close? When is it over?
Tomorrow, 3 o'clock.
3 Eastern?
Tomorrow, 3 o'clock. Yes, 3 Eastern.
We got a lot of time. A lot of things can happen.
All right, fellas. Well, between now and then, we'll definitely keep our eyes peeled on everything that's going on. Be sure to tap into playback later today. Chill will be on there. Press box is right now. So if you're not doing nothing, go over to the press box, like this video on the way out, like their video on the way in, and we will be back tomorrow to talk about all the crazy trades that happened or didn't happen.
DeMar to the Sixers. DeMar to the Sixers, y'all.
You ready for that?